Yeah. Yeah.
No shades on, hustle real hard, no days off. Hold me down, unless we all get caught up. Young boy, like Braveheart. You know what it is, you know what it ain't. Get it how you live, take it to the bank. Night time, don't get jumped. Bike ride with the clip top. Had them all ops, caught me slipping the store clerk. Got the cops involved, my pops came through in a clutch before I saw the autopsy. Imagery ran the streets, though, but not this long. Get out the way, got to make this money. Sky blue drip, and it's real sunny. DEA ain't get nothing from it. Jury found no guilt, you'll be all still judging.
Well, folks, jumping right into it, Loachapoka versus Auburn. Didn't have a national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and get into the middle of the game as Carly Andrews on the Auburn Tigers end just hit a big three to open up the game. So a 3-0 lead here by the Auburn High School Lady Tigers early in this one. 7.5 remaining, first period of action. Loachapoka back the other way. Ball out of bounds, tipped by Carly Andrews. That'll stay with the Indians. The Indians coming in 8-6 on the season. Head coach Anthony Edwards, coached by Kiki Walker and Hope Felton as well, the assistant coaches. Loachapoka looking to trigger it in. This is Miracle McLennan. Gets it in to looking underneath. Who is that? That's number 23, Amaya Burks, who went up and was fouled by Kelsey Andrews. So a foul very quickly by Kelsey. That'll give her first of the game. Well, Carly Andrews with 3 in those opening minutes, and so Andrews already on the board, the 1,000-point scorer for the year. Burks looks at the basket, eyes it, puts up the first one, spins around the rim and rolls out. 7.5 minutes left in this first period of action. Again, just underway here at Auburn High School. It's the Auburn Tiger women against the Loachapoka Indians. Second free throw by Burks, up in the air, rolls around and in. And a 3-1 lead for the Auburn Tigers. Back the other way is Brianna Harris. Harris, left-handed dribble, up against Caitlin Hill. Now Carly Andrews with the top of the key. Over to Soraya Daniels on the right wing. Back to Harris. Now over to Carly Andrews, guarded by McLennan. Into the corner. Kelsey Andrews for 3. No good. Rebound fought for. Sydney Garner trying to pull that down. She will. Finally tries to get it outside to Carly Andrews. Couldn't do it, but a foul underneath on Caitlin Hill for the Indians. So Caitlin Hill's first foul of the game. And that'll be a throw-in for Auburn on their own baseline. Carly Andrews to trigger this in. Sydney Garner, Soraya Daniels, Kelsey Andrews, Brianna Harris, and Carly Andrews. The starting lineups for your Auburn Tigers as Carly Andrews fires a 3 from the corner and hits it. 2 quick threes by Carly Andrews, and the Tigers find themselves up 6-1. They will press. Loachapoka breaks it. Up ahead is Burks. Burks tries to go underneath, had it stripped away. Now she got it back into the hands of Murph Dowell in the corner. 4, is that Hill? Yes, it is Hill. No good. The rebound to Auburn. Carly Andrews the other way, right-handed dribble into the corner for Soraya Daniels. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound tapped around, controlled by Brianna Harris. Oh, now out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to the Indians on that one. Looked like that was Amaya Burks who got in there, fought for that one. So the Loachapoka Indians will maintain possession here. 6-1, Auburn, 6.5 left to go in this first period of action. Again, just underway in this one. Hill grabs it for the Indians, now up ahead to McLennan. McLennan gets it over to Murph Dowdell, who drives inside, tried to put it up on Kelsey Andrews. Never a good idea as Kelsey blocked that one out of bounds, so that'll stay with the Loachapoka Indians. 6.5 left to go here in this first period of action. It's a quick throw in. And that's Murph Dowell who has it underneath to Amaya Burke. Now back out to Murph Dowell. Put up a quick 3 off the side of the backboard and going back to the Tigers. Soraya Daniels controls. Baseball pass up ahead to Carly Andrews. Sidesteps the defender and lays it in. Carly Andrews, a nice job getting to the basket that time. And the Tigers find themselves up 8-1 very quickly. Loachapoka back the other way. This is Miracle McLennan who dribbles in, had it stolen away. Now being stripped around, ball rolling on the deck. Finally, Caitlin Hill comes out of there with it for the Indians. Taylor Murph Dowdell now holds it at the top of the key, guarded by Carly Andrews. Andrews steps out to get her. Murph Dowdell still with a crossover dribble. Now uses the right hand. Spin move. Tries to go down the lane. Met by Sydney Garner. Backs it back out. Now takes a step back 3. No good. Rebound controlled by Soraya Daniels. Daniels will push with the Tigers. Right-handed dribble. All the way home. Soraya Daniels coast to coast. And a 10-1 lead. And a 30-second timeout by the Loachapoka Indians, as Coach Anthony Edwards not very pleased with the team's effort so far. So 10-1, 5.5 left to go in this first period. We'll keep it here. Of course, the starters tonight we didn't have time to mention. We'll go ahead and give you those. Brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of youth for the Indians. Taylor Murph Dowdell, the junior guard at 5'6", 137. Miracle McLennan, the sophomore forward. Jasmine Thomas, the sophomore guard, standing at 5'7", 144. See here, Amaya Burks, the senior center at 6 foot 180. And finally, number 42, Brianna Jones, the senior forward, in for the Loachapoka Indians. For Auburn, we gave you a minute ago, but we'll remind you, Soraya Daniels, the sophomore guard. Carly Andrews, the senior guard. Brianna Harris, also the senior point guard. In the post, Kelsey Andrews, the 8th grade sensation at 6'4", and Sydney Garner at 5'11", the senior post. Indians back the other way, down 9, 10-1 lead for the Auburn Tigers. Jasmine Thomas backs this one back out to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell now working on Soraya Daniels. Left-handed dribble, tries to spin back into her, can't go anywhere. Now a left-handed dribble down the left side of the lane. Tried to kick it in the corner to McClendon. Had it blocked out of there by Kelsey Andrews, and they'll now call a jump ball, as it looked like Kelsey may have kind of pinned that against her hand. So that will go back to the Indians. 10-1 Auburn, 5 minutes left to go in this first period of action. Throw in by McClendon. McClendon tries to get that one in, can't, as that's stripped out of bounds by Soraya Daniels, and that'll be going nowhere for the Indians. So 10-1, still 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. McClendon looking for an inbound, guarded tightly by Kelsey Andrews. Tried to throw that out of bounds, looked like it may have been kicked. Looked like it may have been kicked by Soraya Daniels underneath. So yet again, Loachapoka throwing this one in from the baseline. Here's a pass in by McClendon out to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell looking against Carly Andrews, now left-handed dribble. Gets it inside, now gets a pass back out to her from the elbow. Shot up off the backboard, no good. Rebound fought for underneath, controlled by the Indians. This is McClendon, back out to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell working on Soraya Daniels at the top of the key. Right-handed dribble now between the legs. Left-handed dribble to the left wing. Now gets it over to Jasmine Thomas. Thomas looking, now feeds number 42. That's Brianna Jones on the cut to the basket. No good. Had it blocked by Kelsey Andrews. Andrews the other way for the Tigers. Tigers want to run. Up ahead to Soraya Daniels. Stops and pops from 8. No good. Rebound by Kelsey Andrews. Put it up. No good. Rebound by Brianna Harris. No, and the Indians tried to control, but that'll actually be Auburn ball underneath. Looked like Loachapoka that may have been going to the Indians, as Auburn put up a good number of shots that time. Couldn't get one to fall, but looks like the Indians did touch that before it went out. So Loachapoka will give this one back to the Tigers with 4:20 left in this first period. Inbound to Soraya Daniels. Now back in the corner. Carly Andrews, 3 ball. She got it. Give her 9 on the night, the senior guard. The 1,000-point scorer in her career, Carly Andrews, has just added 3 more. Loachapoka back the other way. This is Miracle McClendon dribbling up against Soraya Daniels. Had it, picked her pocket. Now here's Brianna Harris will control. Up ahead to Carly Andrews. Thought about the 3 in the corner. Now gives it back to Harris. Back to Daniels on the block. Daniels tries to drive it in. Had it stripped away. Ball going to run out of bounds, and that'll go back to, they'll give it to Loachapoka. It looks like Soraya just tried to go a little bit too quick with that one. 3:49 left to go, first period of action. 13-1, Lady Tigers up in front of this one as Loachapoka brings this one ahead. Murph Dowdell with the right-handed dribble up the floor. Auburn going to run a half-court trap here with Carly Andrews, Soraya Daniels, and now Terry Pearson on the left side as Miracle McClendon brings it over to the right, and a timeout by the Indians. They'll call it looks like a 10-second violation. So a 10-second violation, going to give that back to the Auburn Tigers with 3:37. 3:37 left to go in this first period. Tigers force a 10-second violation as they went into a half-court trap. Looked like for the second time now on that possession. And Loachapoka couldn't get that one ahead. So Carly Andrews control at the top of the key. Now tries to feed it inside. Can't do it. Out on the right wing to Soraya Daniels. Daniels over to Nevaeh Small, who's checked into the games. Now to Tate Pearson on the left wing. Pearson looking, right-handed dribble, gives it to Carly Andrews, cutting. Carly gives it back to Nevaeh Small. Left-handed dribble, now goes up from 15. No good, rebound on the deck. Controlled by Christiana Ware. Back out to Carly Daniels, and she'll reset. 3:05 left to go, first period. Carly Andrews, left-handed dribble. Now pops the 3. No good, long. Rebound underneath, fought for Nevaeh Small. Back to Soraya Daniels in the corner. Daniels drives, pulls up from 11. Yes, got it to go. 15-1 Auburn ahead of Loachapoka. 2:47 left in the first period. Tigers out to a big run to start this one. Here's Murph Dowdell up against Soraya Daniels. Left-handed dribble now in the corner for Jasmine Thomas. Back out to Murph Dowdell. With 2:35 left to go, first period. Left-handed dribble, now a crossover between the legs dribble. Trying to look inside, needs some help. Finally gets it from Jasmine Thomas, who takes it back out to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell drives top of the key, tried to put it up, can't do it. Soraya Daniels blocked that one out of there. Now she's on the run. Right-handed dribble all the way home ahead of the pack and good. Soraya Daniels with her 4th point of the night, and it's a 17-1 lead for the Lady Tigers with 2 minutes remaining in this first period of action. Murph Dowdell brings it ahead against Soraya Daniels, top of the key. Loachapoka running a 4 high, now trying to get it outside. That's Amaya Burks. Took it in on Tate Pearson. Looked like she may have thrown that one out of bounds, but it looked like Auburn tapped that one. So that'll stay with the Indians with 1:57 left in this first period. Number 21, Zaniyah Harris Brinkley checks into the ball game, and she'll inbound this one. She does get it into Murph Dowdell. Now Dowdell over to Thomas. Thomas drives left hand, step back, pulled up for three, and hit it. Three-pointer by Jasmine Thomas gives her the 4th point of the game for the Indians. As Carly Andrews walks this one ahead. Now 1:30 remaining in this first period. 17-4, Auburn Tigers on top. Tate Pearson hold this one on the left wing. Now over to Christiana Ware, top of the key. Ware feeds small. Now back to Ware. Free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound to Loachapoka. Back the other way come the Indians. This is Murph Dowdell who's got it. Right-handed dribble up against Soraya Daniels. Now in the corner for Jasmine Thomas. Back out to Murph Dowdell. Who'll hold it against Soraya Daniels. And the Indians will reset the offense. Murph Dowdell working on Soraya Daniels. Now feeds Jasmine Thomas on the left wing. Guarded by Carly Andrews. Takes this back to the top of the key. Tried to feed Amaya Burks. Got it to her and a layup. No good. Rebound fought for underneath, and Nevaeh Small comes out of there with it for the Tigers. Tigers a little lucky there. A wide open layup and couldn't get it to fall. Could Amaya Brooks. So Auburn back the other way. Soraya Daniels right-handed dribble and a block. And a blocking foul called on, oh no, I was going to say moving screen. They're going to say a moving screen that time. So, looked like the referee was signaling blocking foul. But, moving screen called on, I believe that was that Tate Pearson who got in there? No, that was Christiana Ware who saw that. Okay, so Christiana Ware called for the foul that time. And Loachapoka back the other way. Number 1, that's Murph Dowdell who has it. Now Thomas, top of the key. On the left wing, pulls up for three. No good. Rebound underneath. Tate Pearson comes out of there with it. Left-handed dribble up the floor. Now crossover up to the left wing. Feeds Soraya Daniels cutting inside, and she's fouled. The clock's still running here, so some fans behind us wanting the clock to be stopped, and rightfully so. Down from about 24 seconds. Tigers should have about 7 more seconds than is showing currently on the clock. 17-4, Tigers on top of Loachapoka here in Auburn High School Gymnasium. 17 seconds remaining. Actually going to be about 25 seconds left to go in this first period of action. On the floor, Carly Andrews, Nevaeh Small, Kelsey Andrews, Tate Pearson, and Soraya Daniels for the Auburn Tigers. For Loachapoka, it's Taylor Murph Dowdell, Miracle McLennan. Amaya Brooks down low, number 21, Zaniyah Harris Brinkley also into the game. And into the game for the first time is Janai Winston, number 40. So Loachapoka currently in the game right now. The 5 that are going to be kind of probably not their usual lineup, but they are going to run kind of a guard-heavy, as now the clock being operated against, trying to wind the clock down from about a minute. So trying to get this down to about 25, 24 seconds, it seems like. Still some clock confusion going on here. While we've got a minute, let's go ahead. Tell you what, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. We'll get this sorted out and be right back with you on the other side. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Finally sorted out, back ready to go. 22.5 seconds going to be put on the clock for Auburn. 17-4, Tigers leading this one over Loachapoka. Carly Andrews to inbound this one. Gets it into her sister. Went up with the right hand. No good, but a foul underneath. She'll get to the line for 2, trying to make this a 15-point game. Nice pass inside that time by Carly Andrews, finding her sister Kelsey, who went up for it at around the about 4 or 5 feet from the bucket. Tried to put up a quick hook shot. Didn't get it to go, but a foul underneath. First free throw up, spun in by Kelsey Andrews, as she is on the board for the night. Her first free throw. 20.9 seconds left to go. 18-4, Tigers leading this one. Second free throw up. Oh, just rims out. Loachapoka back the other way now. This is Murph Dowdell, 18 seconds. Indians need to move quickly. Murph Dowdell now up ahead with the left hand. Right-handed dribble against Soraya Daniels, now top of the key with 10. Now looks left wing, gets it over there with 8. Left wing, that's number 21, Zanaya Harris-Brinkley still dribbling with 3, guarded by Tate Pearson with 2, threw it inside and couldn't get it. Nevaeh Small stole that one away, and that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Tigers leading 18-4 over the Loachapoka Indians. This is Auburn Tiger women's basketball. You're listening to
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Some good sets, but he wanted to see some better half-court movement for the Tigers, and we'll see how they do here in the second period. Tigers with the ball now. Tate Pearson dribbles into the free throw line, feeds Carly Andrews, who backs it back up to the right wing. Andrews looking for an entry pass now inside to Tate Pearson. Pearson tried to take it all the way in, but got fouled going up, and she'll go to the line for 2. 7:43 remaining. Hadn't seen Tate Pearson into the free throw line as much as we are accustomed to. But Tate Pearson ready to shoot a couple here. First free throw up in the air. Ooh, rims out off the back rim. She will get another one with 7:43 left to go. Second period of action here inside Auburn High School Gymnasium. Tiger on top of Loachapoka. Second free throw up, rims out as well. Loachapoka back the other way. This is Murph Dowdell up with the right hand. Now feeds it in the corner for Thomas. Thomas, 3-ball way long and run down by Carly Andrews. Andrews out of there with it on the left-handed dribble. Now crosses over at midcourt, brings it up, feeds Soraya Daniels in the corner. Soraya Daniels between the legs dribble, now back out to Carly Andrews for 3. Yes, she got another one. Carly Andrews with 4 3-pointers in this first half already. Give her 12 on the night and a 21-4 lead for the Tigers. Loachapoka back the other way, right-handed dribble for Jasmine Thomas. Now feeds Murph Dowdell on the right wing, guarded by Soraya Daniels. Gets a screen from Brianna Jones, steps inside the free throw line. No good on the shot and the rebound, run down by Tate Pearson. Pearson back the other way. This is Soraya Daniels, now left-handed dribble, guarded by McLennan. Now all the way inside, right-handed, all the way to the bucket and good. Soraya Daniels with 6 on the night, and it's a 23-4 lead with 6:44 remaining for the Auburn Tigers. And now a pass up ahead is stolen by Carly Andrews, feeds Soraya Daniels, who lays it in again. 25-4, now 8 points for Soraya Daniels, and another steal for Carly Andrews. And now a loose ball in the back court. Soraya Daniels picks it up, and look at that, 6 straight points for Daniels, and the Tigers on top 27-4. Soraya Daniels, right place, right time, a couple moments there as Loachapoka comes back the other way. This is Jasmine Thomas, top of the key, 3-ball in the air. Oh, she hit it. And that'll be 7 points for Loachapoka. Now 27-7 gives 6 points to Jasmine Thomas for the Indians. Here's an entry pass to Kelsey Andrews by her sister Carly. Swish from the elbow. Give Kelsey 3 on the night. And a 29-7 lead for the Tigers. Indians back the other way. This is right wing. This is Murph Dowdell, who puts up a 3-ball and banks it in. So teams trading shots, trading first-hand buckets right now. As the score's 29-10, Auburn on top of Loachapoka. Now Kelsey Andrews will fire a 3 from top of the key. No good. Rebound by Nevaeh Small. Tipped up in the air, couldn't get it to go. Fighting for it underneath. Put it on the deck. Still couldn't get it to go. And a rebound by Brianna Jones for Loachapoka. 29-10, 5:19 left to go in this second period. This is Auburn against Loachapoka here as the rebound goes out to Jasmine Thomas. Into the side now to Amaya. That's Amaya Burks who lays that one in. So the Tigers giving up a couple of easy buckets here in this half, and Coach Courtney Pritchett is not very happy about that. And a timeout by Auburn, a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them, and we'll be right back after 60 seconds. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Second quarter of action, Auburn on top of Loachapoka with 5 minutes left to go in this one after the timeout. And Auburn has sent in a good amount of subs here. Brianna Harris, Kelsey Andrews, Milan Garner, Lydia Smalley, and Zion Hunt on the floor right now for the Tigers, as the Tigers try an entry pass quickly to Kelsey Andrews. And Kelsey Andrews turns around, couldn't lay that one in. So Auburn now with it underneath the baseline. Inbound to Kelsey Andrews, now back out to Brianna Harris. Harris in the corner for Zion Hunt. A quick three up in the air, no good. And a rebound back to Loachapoka underneath. Looks like a foul maybe underneath. And is that going to be on? Not sure who's that one's going to be on underneath. So Auburn going to give the ball back to Loachapoka. Or is this going to be on Loachapoka? That's why. So a little bit of uncertainty going on here. I think that foul was on number 42, Brianna Jones, underneath. So Jones will pick up her first with 4:45 left. Now still some confusion going on underneath. Not sure what the officiating crew has called here, but Auburn will end up with the ball. Quick inbounds to Kelsey Andrews, who went up for the shot, no good. And a rebound back the other way to number 30. This is Micaiah Chenier who's checked in. Chenier now gets it out to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell backs it out to the left wing. Now top of the key. Right-handed dribble against Lydia Smalley, playing that tough defense we've become accustomed to with her. Between the legs dribble, now bounces it over to Jasmine Thomas. Thomas guarded by Brianna Harris. Left-handed dribble inside. Now spins back out. Gets a screen from Jones. Up with the three-point shot. No good off the back iron. Rebound to Lydia Smalley for the Tigers. Auburn wants to run. Top of the key, left-handed dribble for Smalley. Now hands it to Brianna Harris, and the Tigers will back it out and play half-court offense. Left-handed dribble over to Zion Hunt on the left wing. Hunt dribbles inside, puts up a quick shot. No good. Rebound fought for by Milan Garner. Gets out of there with it. Inside to Kelsey Andrews. Tried to feed Brianna Harris. And Brianna Harris went up to grab the ball. But Brianna Jones looked like she ran into her underneath. And that'll be a foul on Jones, her second of the game, as Loachapoka will send in the Cavalry. Janai Winston will come in, looks like, for Brianna Jones. And number 23, Amaya Burks, also into the game for number 30, Mayana Chenier. Auburn inbounding with 3:58 left to go in this second period. 29-12, Tigers on top of Loachapoka. Zion Hunt trying to inbound that one. Could it get in? Swatted out of there by McLennan. So the Tigers will retain possession. Lydia Smalley looking for the throw-in. Still looking. Now feeds it into Kelsey Andrews in the corner. Inside to Brianna Harris. Went up for the shot. Got fouled. That's number 40, Janai Winston, who will pick up her first. And the Tigers with 3:55 will get 2 free throws at the line. That's going to be Brianna Harris who will shoot these. Well, Loachapoka with some big wins on the season. Smith Station, Pike Road, and Tallahassee all going down at the hands of the Indians. Also lost to a very good Lynette team. But get this, in a 19-18 defensive slugfest just a couple of days ago. Had a shot to win it at the end even, back a couple weeks ago on December 18th. So this team, not a whole lot of seniors. Definitely probably going to be a fringe playoff team this year. But Auburn doing a good job of handling them so far. First free throw was up and good by Brianna Harris. Second one looks like we're going to get a lane violation on the Tigers, and so Loachapoka will come back the other way with 3:53 left to go in this first half. This is Jasmine Thomas up ahead against Brianna Harris for the Tigers. And Thomas now with a crossover dribble, steps inside, shoots the long two-point shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, that'll go back to Loachapoka. Looked like maybe Zion Hunt and Brianna Harris fighting for that one underneath. And Loachapoka will get this one back. 3:42 left to go in the first half. And a quick foul on the inbounds. Jasmine Thomas tried to get that ball in the corner, but Zion Hunt ran into her. So that'll send Loachapoka back. No, excuse me, they'll retain the ball. Not quite in the bonus yet, only 6 fouls for the Tigers. Here's a pass back out to Murph Dowdell. A quick shot over Soraya Daniels. No good. Rebound fought for. Kelsey Andrews out of there with it. Left-handed dribble. Andrews running the floor. Backs it back out. Almost had it stolen away. Now gets it over to Lydia Smalley at the top of the key. Tigers will reset. No, now Smalley takes a three from the right wing and hits it. Lydia Smalley with her three. Was that a 2 or a 3? Looked like they're going to say she had her foot on the line. So Lydia Smalley with her 4 points of the game. Not quite a 3-point shot, but she'll take them how she can get them. And now comes back on the other end, and with that aggressive play, commits a foul. So with 3:05 left, Lydia Smalley gets her first points in this game, but she'll also pick up her second foul in about 2 minutes of action. Loachapoka back the other way. This is Jasmine Thomas throwing this one in. Murph Dowdell in for the Loachapoka Indians will walk this one ahead against Smalley. Right-handed dribble now between the legs inside to Janai Winston. Winston back out to Murph Dowdell. Now over to Thomas. Back to Murph Dowdell, left wing. Guarded by Lydia Smalley. Won't let her go to the right hand. Now left-handed dribble feeds Thomas. Thomas dribbles top of the key. Had it blocked by Brianna Harris. Back the other way. Kelsey Andrews up to her. Brianna Harris all the way home and lays it in. Brianna Harris, a nice job getting her hand on that one before the shot could get up. Kelsey Andrews picked that one out of the air and fed her cutting to the basket the other way. Auburn on top, 34-12. 2:30 left to go in this first half of play. Murph Dowdell dribbles in with the left hand on Kelsey Andrews. Put it up. Going to get a foul, though, on Kelsey underneath. And Murph Dowdell will go to the line 4-2. Well, Loachapoka 3-1 in away games this season and 1-1 at neutral sites. So they're 4-2 away from home. They only score about 40 points a game. Get this, only giving up about 31.5 points a game. So one of the best statistical defenses this Auburn team has faced yet this season in Loachapoka. But Auburn's done a good job of scoring on them so far. First free throw up, no good by the junior guard, Taylor Murph Dowdell. As Auburn will send in a couple subs here. This is going to be Leah Tolles checking into the game. Carly Andrews and Soraya Daniels will replace Milan Garner, Zion Hunt, and Lydia Smalley. Murph Dowdell takes a couple dribbles. Eyes the bucket, puts up the second one. No good. Rebound fought for. Jasmine Thomas tried to run that down with Kelsey Andrews. Looks like they're going to give this back to Loachapoka. So the Indians will retain possession, 34-12. Yeah, they're going to say Loachapoka basketball underneath. As Kelsey Andrews may have tipped that one out of bounds, going for it with Jasmine Thomas for the Indians. So Loachapoka inbounding now. Pass inside to Janai Winston. Winston back out to Murph Dowdell, drives down the lane. Tried to feed Amaya Brooks and had it stolen away. Up ahead to Carly Andrews. Andrews with the right-handed dribble all the way home and lays it in. Carly Andrews, give her 14 on the night. 14 of the 36 points for the Tigers, all coming from Carly. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Loachapoka trailing Auburn 36-12. Dribbled in the backcourt now by Murph Dowdell. Almost a turnover, almost a backcourt violation, but kept in the front court. Now Jasmine Thomas will dribble with the right hand, guarded tightly by Leah Tolles. Tolles playing very nice defense. Now backs Jasmine Thomas back out. Thomas shot the three from the left wing. No good. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Kelsey Andrews. Andrews on the run with the left-handed dribble. Up ahead and stolen away from behind by McLennan. Tried to run it down was Jasmine Thomas, but she couldn't do it as she fell out of bounds. And with 1:33, Tigers will retain possession. Sydney Garner coming into the game now for Kelsey Andrews, giving her a blow. Well, 1:33 left to go in second quarter here. Again, Tigers on top in this one, 36-12. Carly Andrews inbounding this one. Quick skip pass into Soraya Daniels in the paint. Daniels goes up for the small jumper and hit it. 38-12, and Soraya Daniels with 12 points of her own. Murph Dowdell tried to go all the way down the right side of the lane, couldn't do it. Out to Jasmine Thomas, fired a three ball, no good. Rebound by McLennan underneath, went up on Sydney Garner. Looks like they will get the foul. Yes, they will get the foul on Garner. So Garner picks up her first. Shot was no good. So 2 free throws coming up for Miracle McLennan here with about 1:14 left to go, second period of action. Indians trailing Auburn by 16 here, 38-12. First free throw up, banked in by Miracle McLennan, her first point of the evening. And it's back to a 38-13 lead for the Tigers. Nevaeh Small comes in. She'll replace Sydney Garner, who did just pick up a foul. And with 1:14, a second free throw coming for McLennan. McLennan spins it up there. No good off the right side. Rebound fought for, and that'll go back to Auburn. Nevaeh Small kind of fought for that one. McLennan tried to get a jump on that one, get inside real fast, was able to get inside and get her hands on the ball. Couldn't control it, though, and that'll go out of bounds back to the Tigers. Leah Tolles walks this one ahead. Right-handed dribble with 1:10 left to go, first half of play. Lydia Smalley holds it on the right wing. Now left-handed dribble against Jasmine Thomas. Over to Carly Andrews, top of the key. Now Leah Tolles inside. This is Nevaeh Small, takes it to the bucket. Try to reverse layup, no good. Rebound out of there, Loachapoka with a minute left to go in the first half. Here's Murph Dowdell back the other way. Left-handed dribble all the way down the middle of the lane. No good, up with it, but a foul underneath. Looks like they'll get Carly Andrews on the reach that time, and Murph Dowdell will go back to the line for 2 more. Carly's first foul of the game for the 5'9" senior combo guard. As Murph Dowdell makes her way back to the line. Couple dribbles at the free throw line. Spins it up there, rattles out. No good on the first one. As we mentioned, this Loachapoka team certainly has a couple good wins on the season. Auburn's done a good job so far of limiting their offensive possessions and scoring on their own. Murph Dowdell eyeing the bucket, puts up the second one. No good off the front iron. And Auburn comes out of there with it. Carly Andrews with 45 seconds left to go, second period. Walks this one ahead, top of the key. Now Leah Tolles with it on the left wing. Over to Lydia Smalley, top of the key again. Carly Andrews now with it on the right wing, guarded by Thomas. Loachapoka in his own defense, now inside to Nevaeh Small. Small tried to go inside, but she walked with it before she could get there, and the Indians will control again. 31 seconds left to go, first half of action. Auburn on top of Loachapoka, 38-13. As the Indians walk this one ahead, Taylor Murph Dowdell now will take it in against Lydia Smalley. Between the legs dribble, now spin move, right-handed dribble. Tried to go all the way to the basket. Oh, and a push underneath. So a push underneath. Gonna send Loachapoka back to the line. That's Taylor Murph Dowdell, who will make yet another appearance at the free throw line. Again, Murph Dowdell still scoreless at the line tonight. Generally a good free throw shooter, has not been able to get it to go home tonight. First free throw off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound to Miracle McLennan, tried the layup, no good. Rebound back the other way. 13 seconds left to go for Auburn. Carly Andrews with it, quarter. Step back three, no good off the front iron. Rebound fought for underneath. Oh, and they'll give that one back to Loachapoka, as it looked like number 40, Janai Winston, may have touched that one, but Auburn, looks like maybe Nevaeh Small may have gotten her hands on it too early. And Auburn, or Loachapoka now with it. 5 seconds left to go in the half, 4 seconds. 3 seconds, Murph Dowdell brings it ahead. Now Jasmine Thomas fires a long three at the buzzer. No good. And that's how the first half will come to a close. Auburn on top here, 38-13 against the Loachapoka Indians. We'll be right back to give you the halftime report and stats as we give you the second half coming up right after that. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network. You're listening to Auburn Tiger Women's Basketball.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Tigers on top in this one, 38-13, back inside Auburn High School gymnasium. The Auburn High women's Tigers defeating Loachapoka, on top of Loachapoka. Still some work to do to defeat these Indians from Loachapoka. But with 7.5 left to go in halftime, we'll go ahead and give you the halftime numbers brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic, East Alabama's go-to for orthopedic care. For the Loachapoka Indians, Taylor Murph Dowdell was one of the starters. Did have a free throw. We said she was scoreless from the free throw line. She did have one free throw she knocked down. She ends up with 4 points in that first half. Miracle McClendon knocks down a free throw, gets one of her own. Jasmine Thomas hits a couple threes. 6 points, leads the Indians in scoring. Amaya Burks also comes into the game and gets 2 of her own. Couple that played but did not score. Mayana Chenier, Zanaya Harris, Brinkley Janai Winston, and Brianna Jones all playing but not scoring in that first half of action. For the Tigers, on the other hand, Soraya Daniels and Carly Andrews leading the way in points. Carly Andrews actually with 2 more points there. 14 for Carly, 12 for Soraya Daniels. 2 points for Brianna Harris. Kelsey Andrews with 4. And for Lydia Smalley, of course, the bank shot from the top of the key as she put it up. Barely had her foot on the line, so we'll only give her 2 instead of 3 on the night. Couple more playing but not scoring. Sydney Garner picks up a foul in that first half. Christiana Ware also picking up a foul. Not really a whole lot of foul trouble for Auburn necessarily. Lydia Smalley does have 2, but not necessarily a whole lot of foul trouble for either team really. As Loachapoka, nobody with more than 2 fouls. Either Brianna Jones is the closest one they have with 2. So Tigers on top in this one again, 38-13. And we told you a little bit about this Loachapoka Indians team, but of course they had some big wins over Smith Station, Pike Road, Tallahassee earlier this year, and they just lost to Lynette on December 18th. Lynette, remember, a good team that came in, gave Auburn everything they wanted. Lynette lost to Lynette, 19-18. Had a shot to win it at the end, couldn't get it to go. But that should tell you what kind of team this Loachapoka Indians team really is. Again, not a huge amount of seniors, just a bunch of juniors, but they're a fringe playoff team that are probably going to be good for yet another season. We mentioned they're 3-1 in away games this year and 1-1 at neutral sites. So they're 4-2 away from home. So they know how to win away from their own gym. And they only score about 40 points a game. But again, they only give up about 31.5 per game. One of the best statistical defenses that this Auburn team has faced yet this year. So Auburn certainly has their hands full in the second half with getting to the rim. However, with 38 points in that first half, we've seen a good offensive display by these Tigers. On the other side, the leading scorer coming in for the Tigers, Soraya Daniels with 20.8 points a game. Their leading rebounder, Kelsey Andrews, with 8.5. She was averaging a double-double before the Opelika game on Tuesday, but the rebounds dipped below that the last time out. Kelsey, not a great game the other night against Opelika. Hoping to see her bounce back again tonight and in the second half of this one. Daniels and the Andrews sisters accounting for, get this, folks, 50 points per game for the Tigers. So definitely a wow stat. But we've talked a little bit to Coach Pritchett, if you've been with us, to Coach Pritchett, to Coach Meeks, and they've stressed the importance of getting that 4th scoring option. That could go a long way. Looking to somebody like Brianna Harris, who's only averaging about 3 points per game so far, and that is up from earlier this season, but that's kind of dipped again over the past few games. So Auburn looking around for some more help. Maybe you get some help from a Lydia Smalley, from a Tate Pearson, maybe from somebody like a Leah Tolles who could come off the bench for a couple of minutes a game as a guard and give you a couple buckets. We saw her hit a couple of threes earlier in the year. Definitely have that shot in her arsenal. Tigers are on a bit of a little skid right now, but picked up a win against Opelika. They had lost 4 of their last 5 before that game, but they came out, were able to defeat their crosstown rival, 56-34. Talking with the coaches, they definitely want some more consistency in their offensive sets. Remember, they broke an open late, kind of against Loachapoka back in December. They want to play without fouling this time. They want to force the offense of Loachapoka to one side of the floor. And both Coach Pritchett and Coach Meeks said that there were moments where the offense ran half-court sets that were very good against Opelika. said they're going to need to see more of that as they get into these tournaments and start playing games against some better competition here towards the end of the year. Region play coming up for both the Auburn women's team and the Auburn men's team, getting ready to play Smith Station and Central for the first time this year. So definitely going to be a step up for the Tigers in just about every way, and everything you can do to prepare for it is going to give you get you a whole lot closer in the long run. Tigers on top in this one, 38-13, with about 2.5 minutes left to go in halftime. We'll go ahead and take another 2-minute break and be back on the other side of this to give you the final stats in the halftime report. This is Auburn High School women's basketball. You are listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Welcome back inside Auburn High School Gymnasium. Tigers on top of Loachapoka 38-13 as we get ready to start this second half of play. Leading scorers in that first half, Jasmine Thomas for the Loachapoka Indians and Carly Andrews with 14 for the Auburn Tigers. 8 minutes on the clock, third period of action. Coach Pritchett finishing up some final thoughts for his team as the Tigers get ready to run out onto the floor. Kelsey Andrews, Soraya Daniels, Carly Andrews, Brianna Harris, and Sydney Garner, the 5 starters making their way back into the game as Loachapoka will inbound it, and we are underway here in the third period of action. Trying to get the clock to roll, finally do, and now Murph Dowdell holds it top of the key, and we are underway. Soraya Daniels guards her, now on the right wing. Carly Andrews now guards Jasmine Thomas, who has it. Left-handed dribble, tried to take it inside, now can't. Pass back out to Murph Dowdell. Takes it inside with the left hand. Can't find it anywhere. Now backs it back out to the left wing. Put up a 3, no good, short. Rebound to Soraya Daniels. Right-handed dribble up ahead. Oh, nice pass inside to Kelsey Andrews. Laid it in and a foul. And Kelsey Andrews a little slow to get up there, but she will make her way up. Pulled up by Sydney Garner and Brianna Harris. Grimacing as she walks back to the free throw line, but looks like she's going to be able to tough that one out. Yeah, there's a smile on the 8th grade Kelsey's face. So 7.5 left to go, third period of action. Tigers in control 40-13 right now as Andrews back to the line for another free throw attempt. Kelsey eyes the bucket, puts it up off the front iron, rolls around and in. Kelsey on the board again with her 6th point of the game. 7.5 left to go in this one. In this third period, Tigers on top 41-13. Murph Dowdell holds it with the left hand, dribbles it inside to Sydney Garner as meets her there. Now Murph Dowdell trying with the right hand inside to That's Amaya Burks who will catch it now underneath, working on Kelsey Andrews. Right-handed dribble stolen away by Soraya Daniels. No, that's Brianna Harris. Up ahead to Daniels. Daniels feeds to Carly Andrews. Now to a cutting Sydney Garner who went up for two. Laid it in. Sydney Garner gets on the board with two of her own. Well, you'd like to see Soraya just go ahead and take that one all the way, but worked out in the end for the Tigers, and Sydney Garner gets on the board with a couple points. Soraya Daniels now guards Murph Dowdell. Takes it inside, jumper no good, rebound the other way. Tigers will run. Carly Andrews ahead of the pack. Carly Andrews, left-handed layup, no good, she missed it. Being run down now, Soraya Daniels has it. Thought she threw it off of a Loachapoka player, but they will give it back to the Indians with 6.5 left to go in this third period. Again, Tigers in control here, 43-13. Loachapoka now with the ball. Murph Dowdell with the left-handed dribble walks it ahead. Soraya Daniels waiting to meet her at half court. Now a right-handed dribble between the legs. Goes to the left side, now gives it off to Jasmine Thomas. Thomas shot fake, back to Murph Dowdell. Dowdell for three, no good. Rebound to Kelsey Andrews, rips that one down. Tigers running again. Pass over to Carly Andrews, almost stolen away by Murph Dowdell, but back into the hands. Now here's Soraya Daniels, up for the three-pointer, no good. Rebound tipped around, and then I'll go back to the Indians. Wow, looked like Brianna Harris, I think, may have touched that one. May have not needed to, but Brianna Harris trying to go for that rebound, just couldn't pull that one in. 6 minutes left to go, third quarter of action. Soraya Daniels guarding Taylor Murph Dowdell at the top of the key now as she brings it to the left hand. Jasmine Thomas now on the left wing, drives with the left hand, goes up with the right hand, rebound to Carly Andrews. The shot no good. Now a baseball head pass ahead to Sydney Garner. Garner drives inside, puts the layup up and in, and a foul. Sydney Garner with her 4th point of the game. Not known as a scoring threat necessarily, much more of a defense and kind of a physical player underneath, but she's got 4 points now and a chance to make it 5 here at the free throw line. And she does. A free throw up and good. Gives Sydney Garner 5 points. Got a 46-13 lead for the Tigers with 5:40 left in the next to last period here. Loachapoka now with the ball. Jasmine Thomas, right-handed dribble in the corner. Crossover move, can't go anywhere on Soraya Daniels, who has her pinned down. Back out to Dowdell, and Loachapoka will reset. Now a right-handed dribble to the top of the key. Shot fake on Kelsey Andrews. Still can't go up. Can Murph Dowdell. Back out to her at the top of at the right wing. Now steps inside, shoots a long three. No good, and a rebound to Kelsey Andrews. Andrews up ahead to Daniels. Rips it away from a defender. Put up the layup. No good. Rebound to Garner. Garner put it back up. No good. Rebound to Brianna Harris. Put up another 2 and got it to roll. Everybody getting in on the scoring action tonight. Brianna Harris with 4 of her own. As Sydney Garner and Brianna Harris vying for that 4th scoring option here tonight. 48-13, Tigers in control here against Loachapoka. 4:40 left to go in this penultimate period of this one. Jasmine Thomas now holds it on the left wing. Guarded by Carly Andrews. Top of the key, hands this one off to McClennan. McClennan dribbling against Carly Andrews. Now feeds Jones inside the key. Tried to throw it inside to McClennan on the cut, but threw it out of bounds, and the rebound to go back to the Tigers with 4:28 left to go. And now Auburn sending in a full cavalry. That's 5 players coming in for the Tigers as they'll replace the starting 5. So this is Tate Pearson, Leah Tolles, Christiana Ware, Lydia Smalley, and Nevaeh Small making their way into the game. Going to play a few minutes here for the Tigers as they look to ice this one even more. Leah Tolles now with it. Gives it over to Tate Pearson. Corner 3 ball. No good. Rebound fought for underneath and back the other way to the Indians. This is Murph Dowdell with the left hand. Brings it up ahead. Guarded by Lydia Smalley. Now changes direction to the free throw line. Put it up over Christiana Ware and got it to go. Nice shot that time by Murph Dowdell. That's a 48-15 lead for the Auburn Tigers. Leah Tolles now top of the key. They get it over to Lydia Smalley, who goes inside to Nevaeh Small. Back to Christiana Ware. Put up the 2, no good. Rebound back the other way. Boy, that bench is ready to explode. They love seeing the girls who don't get to score very much score. Loachapoka now with it. This is Jasmine Thomas, drives it inside. Back to Murph Dowdell on the right wing. Drove it inside. Now left-handed dribble trying to look for some help. Got it back to inside. Looks like that was number 20. Is that Demaya Edwards who's checked in? No, that's 30. Excuse me. That's Mayana Chenier who has it. Now into the corner. Jasmine Thomas. Corner. She'll hit the 2-point shot. Looked like she was inside the line. Yes, she was. So Jasmine Thomas hits the 2. Give her 8 points on the night and a 48-17 lead now for the Tigers. 3:10 left to go in this third period. Lydia Smalley now with it. Left-handed dribble, top of the key. Feeds this one to Leah Tolles. Tolles on the left wing for 3. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. That looked like it was off of Jones of Loachapoka. Yes, it was. And that'll stay with the Tigers with 2:57. Again, 48-17. Tigers in control of this one. And getting what has kind of been not necessarily the end of the bench, but kind of getting this second team some work as the Tigers still have some work to go there in their depth as the 3 ball up and no good by Tate Pearson, but rebound run down by Christiana Ware. Feeds Nevaeh Small, who hits the jumper. A nice play by Christiana Ware, not giving up on that one, and Nevaeh Small gets the 2 to go. And Auburn now in firm control, 50-17. 2.5 left to go, third period. Murph Dowdell dribbles with the left hand against Tolles and Smalley. Went up with the floater from 15, no good. Rebound back the other way. Christiana Ware with the right hand. Tries to feed Leah Tolles underneath. Stolen away that time by McLennan as she made a nice play getting back on defense. Now up ahead to Murph Dowdell. Dowdell with the top of the key. Feeds Jasmine Thomas. Thought about the 3, now steps inside. Shoots the 2-point shot, no good off the front iron. Rebound to Nevaeh Small for the Tigers. Tigers want to run. Leah Tolles will work this ahead, and now she'll slow it down. Coach Pritchett wants to run some offense. Top of the key now against Jasmine Thomas. Right-handed dribble. Try to go all the way inside. Now feeds it back out to Christiana Ware. Ware over to Lydia Smalley. Steps inside. Shoots the long 2-point shot. No good. Rebound back the other way to the Indians. Jasmine Thomas now with it. That's Murph Dowdell who holds this one. Comes up on Lydia Smalley. Lydia trying to get in the scoring column yet again. Already 2 on the night for Smalley. Known more as a defender, but certainly can get the shot going when she wants to. Here's Murph Dowdell, drives this one inside, put up a quick shot, no good. Rebound, now stolen away by Nevaeh Small. Small up the floor, left-handed dribble. Tried to go all the way home, couldn't do it. And was that tapped out by Loachapoka? Looks like they're going to say it was. Yes, so that'll stay with the Tigers. And now Christiana Ware coming out of the game, and De'Arian Spruill will make her way into the game. Number 15 for the Tigers, going to play a little bit of the post. Here's a quick pass by Tolles over to Tate Pearson in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound, fought for Lydia Smalley now with it a right wing. Gives this one back to Tolles. Tolles, one dribble, now puts up the 3 ball. Ooh, no good short. Rebound saved by Tate Pearson, but into the hands of Loachapoka. Miracle McLennan gets it over to Jasmine Thomas, who walks this one up, left-handed dribble. Lydia Smalley always playing aggressive defense, no matter the score and time left in the game. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Jasmine Thomas takes this in, shoots the fall-away shot, no good. Rebound to Lydia Smalley. Tigers will again run. Left-handed dribble, now right-handed. Another cross by Lydia Smalley. Over to Tate Pearson, top of the key. Over to the right wing for Leah Tolles now. Now feeds Nevaeh Small, who tried to dribble it inside. Picked up her dribble as she saw some competition in there and looked like she walked, and so that'll go back to the Loachapoka Indians with 38 seconds left to go in this penultimate period here. 50-17, Tigers on top and in control of this one. A couple subs coming in for the Loachapoka Indians. This is Kaylin Dowdell, a freshman forward, standing at 5'9", coming in for Loachapoka. Also number 21, that's Zaniyah Harris-Brinkley, who will also step in. She's a senior forward for the Indians. Here's an inbounds pass to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell working on Leah Tolles, and Tolles got a little bit too aggressive in the half court, guarding her very tightly, kind of putting a hip into her and getting the foul called. Tolles was not able to turn that ball over. So Auburn still working on this one, trying to get the ball back with 34 seconds, as they love to see a couple of these ladies score the ball. Zion Hunt, De'Arian Spruill also in the game as well for the Tigers. As Murph Dowdell for the Indians walks this one ahead. Leah Tolles still playing hard defense. Right-handed dribble by Murph Dowdell. Now takes this in. Thought about the floater. No good. Stripped by De'Arian Spruill, but went up for the shot. No good. Rebound. Passed up ahead to Leah Tolles, who's got a clear lane to the bucket. Tolles all the way in and made the layup. Tolles with her first 2 points of the game, and with 7 seconds left to go, Zion steals the pass. Zion Hunt stole the inbound pass, went back up for 2. No good, but she got fouled, and she'll go to the line for a chance at a couple free throws with 4 seconds left to go in this third period. Well, hey, don't forget, coming up after this one, Auburn High School men's basketball will also take on Loachapoka. Tigers at 14-5 on the year, looking to make it 15 here at home where they are undefeated on the year. Zion Hunt dribbles it with the right hand, ready to put up the first free throw. Spins it up there off the side of the iron, no good. Zion looking for her first points of the game. She puts it on the deck a couple times. Second one up, also off the side of the iron, no good. And Arian Spruill had it, went up for the layup, no good, and tapped out of bounds now by, looked like that was Spruill who touched it. So Loachapoka will get it back. Oh, Spruill had a chance to put that layup in. Just got a little bit too ahead of herself there. Loachapoka inbounding. They will, and looks like, that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Loachapoka not really focused on the clock there, was just inbounding it. So at the end of 3, 52-17, Tigers on top of Loachapoka as we get ready to round this out in the final quarter. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Auburn High School Gymnasium, Tigers on top of Loachapoka 52-17. And the ladies back out on the floor. Soraya Daniels, Carly Andrews, Kelsey Andrews, Nearian Spruill, and Brianna Harris make their way out onto the floor. Nearian Spruill getting a couple minutes with the starters here. So a great job by Coach Pritchett to get these ladies in and get them competing with some different teammates of their own. 8 minutes on the board. Here we go. Fourth period of action. Tigers just looking to keep on icing this one away as they are firmly in control here. Carly Andrews with it. Left-handed dribble to Spruill. Spruill for three on the left wing. No good. Rebound back the other way to Murph Dowdell. Murph Dowdell will run for the Indians. Pass up ahead to Jasmine Thomas. Thought about the three. Now she'll take the three. Ooh, missed it short. Rebound to McLennan underneath. No good on the layup. Rebound by Kelsey Andrews. Tigers will run back the other way. The right-handed dribble. Now left-handed. Kelsey Andrews takes it all the way. Coast to coast. 8 points on the night for Andrews. A 54-17 lead for the blue and white Tigers. 7.5 left to go in this one. Guarded tightly, Murph Dowdell. Soraya Daniels, Carly Andrews trying to rip that one away. They will get a jump ball called, but that will favor the Loachapoka Indians. So Indians will be inbounding this one. A running clock in this fourth quarter. Greater than 20-point lead for the Tigers, and so with a 54-17 lead, we'll play with a running clock this last quarter as Auburn just tries to bleed this one away. Murph Dowdell with it, trying to dribble out of trouble. Puts up a three ball, no good. Rebound underneath. Tried to go back up with it was Miracle McLennan. Couldn't get it to fall, but a foul on Nearian Spruill, her first of the game. Loachapoka to the line, 54-17. Tigers leading this one. And again, as we said, just trying to bleed this clock away. Getting out of here with their 12th win of the season. 54-17. McLennan at the line, puts up the first free throw. No good off the back iron. McLennan, a sophomore forward, only 1 point on the night, hit a free throw in the first half. One of their starters. Again, this Loachapoka team not necessarily going to score a whole lot of points, but at 40 points a game, only being held to 18 so far. Tigers doing a good job of holding them under their season average. Second free throw up and good by McLennan. It's a 54-18 game now. Soraya Daniels holds it on the right wing against Murph Dowdell. Went inside to Milan Garner, who's checked in. Went up for the layup and got it to go! Milan Garner makes it, and it's a 56-18 game with 6:18. Gardner laughing at that one, put that one up way up high on the backboard, hit the very top and dropped in. So 2 points for Milan Garner. It's the sister of Sydney Garner. And now a moving screen going to be called on Brianna Jones for Loachapoka, so Tigers will get it back with 6 minutes left to go. And up big, 56-18. Again, just trying to get this clock to tick down. Brianna Harris up with it. Now Soraya Daniels inside to Milan Garner. Garner now throws it out to Soraya Daniels. Back to Brianna Harris, top of the key, guarded by McLennan. Right-handed dribble over to Carly Andrews, who's guarded underneath. by Jasmine Thomas. Inside to Garner. Now back out to Daniels. Inside to Garner again. Garner drives. Has it left-handed. Now tried to go up. Had it stripped away. Soraya Daniels now with it left wing. Over to Carly Andrews, right wing. In the corner, Kelsey Andrews for three. No good. Rebound underneath, but not before a whistle. Are we going to get a foul on Loachapoka? Believe we will. Number 25. Is that right? Number 24? Who do we have in there? No, that'll be, 42. So number 42, Brianna Jones, going to pick up her third foul of the game. And with 5 minutes left to go with a running clock in the fourth quarter, Tigers will be inbounding this one underneath. Milan Garner throws this one into Kelsey Andrews. Throws it over Soraya Daniels. Now a three ball for Garner in the corner. No good off the back iron. Rebound high up in the air, fought for. Back to the Auburn Tigers with 4:45 left to go. Tigers trying to get just about everybody into the game to score now. Kelsey, Carly, Brianna, and Soraya all on the board. But Garner now trying to get on the bucket again as she's already got a two. Put up the three ball, did she, in the corner. A little short, though, air ball. And a jump ball now called, but that'll give it back to the Tigers again. So 4:20, a good amount of throw-ins here for the Tigers as they're trying to get one of these plays to work. Garner almost hit a big shot just a minute ago, and there's one that'll work. Soraya Daniels comes out of nowhere, grabs the inbound pass, laid it in, and Daniels picks up her 14th point of the game. 58-18, Tigers on top, about to go to 12-5 on the season. Loachapoka now with it. Jasmine Thomas, left wing, guarded by Carly Andrews. Now dribbles out, gets a screen from Burks. Dribbles with the right hand inside. Had it blocked out of there by Brianna Harris. Harris running with Soraya Daniels, 2-on-1. Here's a pass all the way to Soraya Daniels. Lays it up and in. Soraya Daniels with 16. And it's a 60-18 ball game. Tigers on top of this one. Jasmine Thomas walking this one ahead between the legs. Dribble on Carly Andrews. Now goes to the right. Loachapoka in a 4-high set. Left-handed dribble into the free throw line. Step back on Kelsey Andrews. Swish from the free throw line. Jasmine Thomas, a tough shot. Give her double digits, 10 points on the night. Half of the points for Loachapoka coming from the hands of Jasmine Thomas. Auburn back the other way up by 40 points now. Soraya Daniels drives it inside. Tried to go up with the right hand, had it stripped away. Rebound to Murph Dowdell all the way home, left-handed. No good. Rebound to Garner. Garner trying to fight for it underneath, but Jasmine Thomas will come out of there with it for the Indians. Now right-handed dribble, tried to go inside, had it stripped away, stolen by Garner. Garner up ahead to Carly Andrews, tried to run it down, but couldn't. Milan Garner tried to throw that one ahead to Carly Andrews. Andrews couldn't run it down, and now Tigers will send in 5 and bring out the 5 currently on the floor. Leah Tolles, Tate Pearson, Christiana Ware, Narian Spruill, and Zion Hunt all checking into the game now with 2.5 left to go in this bleeding clock. Murph Dowdell brings this one ahead with the left hand, guarded by Leah Tolles. Now she'll drive, shoots with the right hand, and scores. Murph Dowdell, give her, that is 7. That's 8 on the night for her. Now up ahead, Christiana Ware with it, puts up a wild shot, no good. Rebound, Tate Pearson. Now to Leah Tolles, back to Pearson for 3 on the left wing. No good. Rebound by Spruill. Oh, she couldn't handle it. Into the hands of Murph Dowdell for Loachapoka. Left-handed dribble, now a crossover all the way down the middle of the lane. Puts up the floater. No good. Rebound underneath by, that's Mayana Chenier, who's checked into the game for the Indians. Win up for 2. Don't believe the shot was good. No, it was good, so they will give her the 2. Boy, it looked like that just kind of dropped straight through the net, I guess. And so 60-24, Loachapoka leading this one, and Mayana Chenier gets her first points of the game. Now to the free throw line to make it 3. And she can't do it as that moves off the backboard. Off the back of the rim. Minute and a half left to go. Tigers just trying to come ahead and get a couple of more seconds off the clock here and do it in as less pain as possible. Here's Zion Hunt. Steps to the top of the key and hits the 3. Zion Hunt on the board with 3 of her own, and it's a only a 2-point shot. They'll say foot on the line, so 62-24. But Zion Hunt in the stat book for tonight. Minute left to go in this one. Guarded by Tate Pearson is Miracle McClennan. Pearson picks this one up, almost stole it away. Looked like ball was out of bounds when she picked it up, though, so that will go back to the Indians. Now Lydia Smalley coming into the game. And who's this going to be for? This will be for Christiana Ware coming out. So you've got Hunt, Smalley, Spruill, Pearson, and Tolles in the game now. Here's a pass in almost over the head of number 30, Mayana Chenier, but she ran it down. Now into the hands of Murph Dowdell. Dowdell with 30 seconds left to go. Shoots the floater and got it to go. Double digits for Murph Dowdell, 11 points on the night as Auburn brings this one up. It should be just a couple more moments here before Auburn can put the bow on this one. Zion Hunt inside to Lydia Smalley. Smalley drives to the bucket, put up a crazy shot, no good. Rebound to Loachapoka. Tate Pearson guarding, now up ahead to Murph Dowdell for the Indians. Now ball on the deck. Murph Dowdell gets it back. Loachapoka still running after this one. Out of bounds, back to Auburn, but with only 5 seconds and a running clock, the buzzer will sound, and that'll be the end of this one. Auburn a winner, 62-26 over the Loachapoka Indians. We'll sit down with Coach Courtney Pritchett about midway through the men's game. But the Tigers a winner tonight, and we'll have your post-game stats and your wrap-up when we come back. Then we'll get you ready for the Auburn High School men against the Loachapoka Indians right here on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
best at home this season. Coach Bagwell talked about playing better away from home, though. Said they took a big step over the break, but wants to see that momentum also continue, of course, in the home gym as they try to maintain home territory. Auburn also got big wins earlier this year over Marietta and Riverdale in Georgia. That was over the Christmas break. They lost to Lovejoy, who's generally a very good team out of Georgia, 35-37 in the last game of the tournament. Had a shot to win it at the end. Auburn coach Chris Brandt said he didn't really like the setup that he had on the last play of the game. So Auburn learning from that, moving forward, certainly competing in that tournament when they went out to Georgia. Didn't give up more than 41 points in a game. So defensively, you got to think that's very encouraging, as the Tigers have had their woes this season on defense, but hoping to get it turned around in the coming few weeks. Region play coming up quickly after tonight's game. Auburn heads to Smith Station on Tuesday, and then back home next Friday night, where we'll have the call against Central. So we need you out here. We need you loud, and we need a big home court advantage next Friday, as Auburn will take on Central here in Auburn High School Gymnasium. They've also still got to go on the road to Dadeville, Hartselle, Central, and Lynette. Got to play better away from their home floor. Currently, they're leading 7A area 4-2 games over Smith Station in the overall record. And Auburn's a top 10 team in 7A ball this season. So Auburn definitely a good team, going to be a playoff team. Got to see a little bit more consistency. It's the Auburn High School Tigers and the Loachapoka Indians set to do battle tonight. This has been the Orthopedic Clinic pregame report, brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic, East Alabama's go-to for orthopedic care. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. There's about a minute and a half left to go before this one starts. We'll take a 60-second break and be back on the other side to give you the final wrap-up and the action for the Auburn Tigers against the Loachapoka Indians. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Auburn Tigers against Loachapoka Indians, ready to go in this one. The starting lineup's being announced over the PA system right now. Let's go ahead and give you the same thing. For Loachapoka, Kamani Key, the junior guard, will get the start. Jasavian Moore, also a guard, standing at 6'1". Jamari Payne, the sophomore center, standing at 6'3". He is a load at 230 pounds underneath. He'll wear number 5 for the Indians. Jordan Sinclair, the small forward senior, 6 foot, 185. He's also a great player for the Loachapoka Indians. We'll have to watch him tonight. Finally, rounding out the starting 5, Montavis Montgomery, the senior guard, standing at 5'9". Again, Loachapoka, very athletic, very tough to guard. Auburn going to need a great performance tonight to pull out the win, as usual. For Auburn on the other end, Jakeith Ja Carr, the junior point guard at 5'8", 160 pounds. Ja averaging 14.5 points a game this season, dishing out about 2 assists and getting a steal on the season. Jalen Weekfall, he's averaging about 3 points per game this season. Jalen Weekfall, the senior forward, 6'1", 200. Certainly seen a couple of big shots in his career. Hopefully looking for more of that tonight. Jaden Buckley, the senior guard at 6'1", 165, always fiery. Going to see him a lot in action tonight. Carter Davis, the senior small forward at 6'2", 160. Pretty fiery attitude for Carter last time out against Opelika. We'll see if he can contain that tonight and give Loachapoka all they want. And finally, rounding out the starting 5 for the Tigers, senior center at 6'7", 210 pounds, is Caden Brown, back from injury earlier in this season. Of course, we talked with him last time out. Had a lot of good things to say in the double-double over Opelika. So, Auburn getting ready to take the floor against Loachapoka, not Opelika. Auburn 14-5 on the season. Loachapoka 8-6. This Loachapoka team always gives Auburn a little bit more than they want. Certainly did earlier in the season. Auburn was able to run away with it a little late. But Loachapoka, always a good athletic team, can get to the bucket very well. As Coach Bag will mention that maybe not going to be the best shooting team, but we'll get to the rim very quickly. But here is the opening tip, and we are underway. Auburn controls it. Jaden Buckley to the left, gets it to Ja Carr, and the Tigers will set up their offense. Ja Carr now left-handed dribble. Swings this one over to Carter Davis. Guarded by Montavis Montgomery. Now to Ja Carr. Ja Carr, top of the key, feeds it over. Jaden Buckley for three. No good off the front iron. Rebound to Loachapoka. Ball tipped around, and that was off of Jalen Weekfall. So the the Loachapoka Indians will get this one back. 7.5 left to go, just underway here in this one. Jasavian Moore walks this one ahead. Left-handed dribble against Ja Carr. Moore in the corner for Jordan Sinclair. Sinclair brings this out. Right-handed dribble now back to Moore in the corner. Thought about the three. Now drives it inside on Caden Brown. No good. Rebound by Carter Davis. Davis out of there. Right-handed dribble up ahead to Ja Carr. Left-handed dribble steps back on the left wing. Oh, nice hesitation move. All the way to the bucket. No good, but a foul. Jamari Payne looks like they're going to get him underneath for his first one. And with 7:14, Ja Carr gets to the line, and he'll have a couple of free throw opportunities. Again, Ja averaging 14.5 on the season, giving 2 assists and a steal per game. Only 2 turnovers, so that assist to turnover ratio a little under 1 as he spins the first one up and in. A little over 1, excuse me. So 1-0 Auburn on the board. First, second one up, no good. Rebound by Caden Brown underneath a long rebound. Dishes it back out to Ja Carr. Steps up from 15 and no good off the back iron, but runs down his own rebound again. Oh, and then he lost it into the hands of Jordan Sinclair. Sinclair back the other way, right-handed dribble, pulls up from 15. Had it blocked by Carter Davis. Jaden Buckley out of there with it. Up ahead to Davis. Davis running the floor and knocked out of bounds by Sinclair from behind. That'll stay with the Tigers. Quick pace so far in this one. 6:57 left to go. First period of action. It's the Auburn High School Tigers against the Loachapoka Indians. Carter Davis holds this one over his head. Now inbounds it to Jaden Buckley. Shoots the fadeaway. Couldn't get it off the front iron. Rebound to the Indians. Loachapoka running. This is Jasavian Moore. Moore brings it ahead. In the corner for Key, now back to Moore. Moore throws it over to Sinclair. Sinclair in the corner for Montgomery, now goes inside. That's Payne underneath. Payne put up the shot, fall away over Caden Brown. Air ball, rebound back the other way. Carter Davis controls, gets it to Jaden Buckley, and the Tigers will reset. 1-0 Auburn in the early going, 6.5 left to go in this one. Here's an entry pass. Now on the right wing is Caden Brown. Brown gets it to the top of the key for Weekfall. Now over to Jaden Buckley, left wing. Buckley directing traffic. Now a crossover dribble. Steps inside. Gets it to Caden Brown. Pulls up from 17. Ooh, rims in and out. Rebound to Loachapoka back the other way. Jasavian Moore walks this one ahead. The point guard for Loachapoka. He'll run those duties tonight. Inside to Sinclair. Sinclair all the way to the bucket. Hands it off to Jamari Payne, who goes up for 2. A nice play that time by the Indians drawn up. Loachapoka will press. Jaden Buckley ahead with it. Left-handed dribble, beats it by himself, splits 3 defenders all the way to the bucket. Hesitation move, puts it up off the glass, and in. Jaden Buckley with 2 to start, and it's 3-2. Auburn leading this one with 5:48 left to go, first period of action. Wasting no time, Indians back the other way. Key now with it on the left wing. Sinclair gets the entry pass, tries to go in on Carter Davis, and does successfully put that one in. A nice play by Sinclair to drive in on Carter Davis. Auburn back the other way. 5.5 left to go in this first period. Ja Carr now holding it right wing. Now between the legs dribble goes inside to Jalen Weekfall. Now Weekfall back at the top of the key. Swings it over to Caden Brown, left wing. Now back to Jaden Buckley. 4-3. Yes, sir! Boom goes the dynamite. Jaden Buckley with 3, and it's a 6-4 game for the Auburn Tigers. Jasavian Moore brings this one ahead. Jordan Sinclair, pump fake, now goes up on Caden Brown. No good. Oh, got it to Jamari Payne underneath, who went up and put it in on Davis. 4 quick points for Jamari Payne, and it's a 6-6 ball game. Jaden Buckley fakes a pass, now splits the double team ahead, all the way underneath. Tried to feed it to Caden Brown. Ball up in the air. Brown controls. Back out to Ja Carr, left wing. Thought about the 3, now drives it in. Left-handed dribble. Tried to go up, now throws it out to Davis, who goes to Buckley for 3 again. Yes, sir! Jaden Buckley with 8 quick ones, and it's a 9-6 ball game. 4.5 left to go in the first period. Always good to see Jaden Buckley get hot and stay hot early. Here is Sinclair on the other end. Takes Carter Davis all the way to the bucket and put it in. Carter having a little bit of trouble on the post defense tonight so far. He's given up a couple of easy buckets, but Auburn in control here. 9-8. Jaden Buckley drives this one in and lays it in. There is no answer for Jaden Buckley right now. 10 points for Buckley. 4 minutes left to go in the first period. Auburn up 11-8. Loachapoka back the other way. Number 14, Montavis Montgomery with an entry pass into Sinclair. Sinclair working on Davis. Goes up with a jumper and hits it from the free throw line. Sinclair with 6 points and points in the paint now. Loachapoka with all 10 points coming in the paint. Jalen Weekfall now with it in the backcourt. Loachapoka pressing. Jakar splits the double team, beats it. Wrap around layup. Oh, no good. Rebound back the other way. Payne up ahead to Sinclair. Sinclair driving in on Weekfall. Behind the back dish to Jasavian Moore, who puts that one in. Wow, what a nice play by the Indians, and a timeout by Coach Brett. He is livid. He is mad about something, maybe with his team there, actually. So, thought he was mad about a call. We're looking at what he may have been upset about. 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here early on in this one. And looking ahead, Coach Branch still thinks this team can compete with the best, but just got to be more consistent. I think we saw a little bit of that right there. Auburn was able to get to the basket, been able to score, but defensively just have not been consistent. Loachapoka, like we said, not going to be a great shooting team, but do a good job of getting to the rim, getting it inside the paint, and scoring from close at will. So Auburn giving up a couple of easy buckets so far, but also a couple contested ones. As Carter Davis and Caden Brown will come out. Griffin McLean into the ball game, missed the Opelika game for an undisclosed injury. Brian Kim also into the game. Will run some backup point for the Auburn Tigers. Inbound to Jaden Buckley now with it. Left-handed dribble. Tries to clear out. Now runs it ahead past half court. Almost stolen away by Sinclair. Now it is stolen away. Entry pass up ahead to, this is Key, who tees it in and jams it home. No, excuse me, that was Jasavian Moore with the one-handed jam. And it's a 14-11 ball game. Loachapoka on top of this one. Brian Kim, left-handed dribble ahead. Tigers need some points again. Quick pass in and stolen away. Tried to hit Bakari Daly, couldn't do it. Back the other way is Loachapoka. Jasavian Moore all the way to the bucket and gets the roll. Loachapoka on a run right now and deflected out of bounds. That will go back to the Tigers. But Auburn in some trouble here. 16-11, Indians leading this one. 2:48 left in this first period. Loachapoka will press again. Weekfall gets this one into Daly. Daly will walk this one ahead. As Bakari now will give it off to Jalen Weekfall, top of the key. Working underneath is Auburn. Quick pass over to McLean, top of the key. McLean looking for an entry over to Brian Kim, top of the key. Kim takes this one inside. Hesitation move. Spits it back out to Jaden Buckley. Buckley with a jab step. Now to the free throw line. Pulls up for two and got the roll. Jaden Buckley for two, and that's 12 out of the 13 points. So Loachapoka back the other way as they are playing Jaden Buckley right now. Almost stolen away. Brian Kim had it, but a pass back to Sinclair. Drives to the bucket, Euro step, and gets it to go. Well, Jordan Sinclair has been impressive so far. 8 points for him on the night. Jalen Weekfall up ahead for the Tigers past half court. Left-handed dribble. Takes it into the paint. Skips it over to Kim in the corner. Back to Bakari Daly, left wing. Daly driving. A little push off, and yeah, they're going to call it. A charge on Bakari Daly. His first foul of the night. We'll give it back to Loachapoka, who's got a 5-point lead, 18-13, with 1:50 left to go in this first period. Loachapoka has come out, took a couple of early hits from Auburn, but they have stormed back here and now lead this one 18-13. Carter Davis back into the game for the Tigers, replacing Jalen Weekfall. For the Indians, Nicholas Farrow will run point. As he tries to get it inside, Brian Kim steps over, kicked that one out of there. So a kick ball on Kim will give it back to the Indians. Caden Brown now into the game for Griffin McLean and the Auburn Tigers. 1:41 left to go, first period of action. Loachapoka will throw this one in. This is Farrow underneath his own basket. Looking for an entry now into number 3. That's Danzel Hurd, who's checked into the ball game. Pass over to Jamari Payne. Takes this one inside. Went up with the right hand and got it to go. Loachapoka on fire here early. Brian Kim now with it. Jakar up ahead. Over to Carter Davis on the left wing. Carter Davis tries to dribble in with the left hand. Now back out to Brian Kim. Kim for the three ball. Yes, sir. Brian Kim keeping the Tigers in the game here. 20-16, 1:15 left to go first period. Now some press by Auburn. Bakari Daly will press. Farrow in the backcourt. Farrow runs it ahead. Stolen away. Yes, it will be. It'll be Auburn Tiger basketball. Boy, Bakari Daly playing some nice defense. Stripped that one out of the hands of Nicholas Farrow, but Farrow tapped that one before it went out of bounds, so that'll come back to the Tigers. Tigers down 4, 20-16 with a minute left to go in this opening period. Boy, Loachapoka has come out swinging. Auburn's weathered the storm so far. Need to continue to do so. Carter Davis feeds it to Caden Brown, right wing. Now to Brian Kim, left wing. Thought about the three. Now drives it inside. 15-footer is good for Brian Kim. And it's a 2-point game again. Auburn playing some press defense in the backcourt. 40 seconds left to go, opening period, 20-18. Loachapoka leading this one. Farrow up, guarded by Daly. Looking for an entry pass, gets this one over to Payne. Payne working on Brown, takes him hard into the basket, puts up a fall-away shot, no good. Bakari Daly out of there with it. Tigers will run. Davis up ahead, went up for the shot, had it stripped away. Loachapoka back the other way. Montavis Montgomery now feeds this one off to Moore. Moore in the corner. 4-3 is Farrow, and he hits it. Nicholas Farrow, the dagger there, and now with 8 seconds, Auburn jogging this one ahead. Ja Carr with it, guarded by Farrow, left wing. Now a crossover dribble, steps back for three. No good, rebound, fought for Jamari Payne, comes down with that one, and Loachapoka will take a 5.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Well, Loachapoka, a well-done first quarter of action against Auburn here. 23-18, the Indians leading this one. They have come out, and everything that Coach Brandt and Coach Bagwell told us in the pregame has been true. This Loachapoka team, athletic, can run, can get to the bucket, and they score in bunches inside. But Auburn withstands the storm in the first quarter, withstand the big run, and Loachapoka now back the other way. Will have a chance to make this a 7-point lead if they can get it inside for another bucket. Montgomery now holds it top of the key, guarded by Carter Davis. Gives it back out to Hurd. Hurd now with it. Gives it to Montgomery. Now inside to Payne. Guarded by Caden Brown at the free throw line. And a strip by Brian Kim. Kim back the other way for the Tigers. Right-handed dribble. Gives this one to Ja Carr in the corner. Carr takes this one in. Almost got it into the hands of Caden Brown, but stolen away by Loachapoka. Back the other way is Farrow. Farrow in the corner for Hurd for three. Air ball over the back. And Ja Carr with it the other way. Carr left-handed dribble past half court. Now we'll pull up. No, now he'll go right-handed all the way to the bucket. No good. Rebound fought for, and out of there with it is Sinclair for Loachapoka. Sinclair up ahead, left-handed dribble. Right-handed dribble, stops and pops from 13. No good. Off the front of the iron, rebound to Auburn, and the Tigers will slow it down. Boy, everybody pointing back at Brian Kim like, hang on, let's slow this one down. A couple of stop signs put up by Caden Brown and Carter Davis. As Caden Brown now holds this one left wing. Buckley now gives this one to Kim. Top of the key. Kim now takes a long three. Almost hit it, but came up short. Rebound to Loachapoka. This is Hurd walking this one up. Left-handed dribble now over to Montgomery, left wing. Guarded by Carter Davis. Inside to Payne. Payne turns around, quickly feeds it to Hurd. Hurd went up for the quick shot. Nobody double dribbled. Well, Hurd caught it on the dribble. Went up again. Looked like he was trying to do a shot fake. And then tried to dribble left, but he had already picked up his dribble, so Auburn will maintain possession. 23-18, Indians leading this one over the Tigers. Hayes Sampson will now check into the ball game. For the Tigers, it's Davis, Buckley, Carr, Sampson, and Caden Brown with 6.5 left to go before halftime. Ja Carr walking this one ahead. Tigers need some offensive production if they want to stay in this one. Over to Carter Davis on the left wing. Carter Davis now with the right hand swings it over to Caden Brown. Brown over to Ja Carr on the right wing. Now gives it to Jaden Buckley. Buckley thought about the three, steps inside, 15-footer. Ooh, rims out. Rebound, Caden Brown. No good. He missed the layup. And Loachapoka back the other way. Nicholas Farrow for the Indians pulled that one down. Now Sinclair with it, right-handed dribble inside two. That's number 15, Khalil Durham. He's the Auburn High School transfer who's checked in. And the ball on the floor now back to Opelika, though. Rebound is Jasavian Moore. Moore takes this one inside on Carr. No good on the shot. Rebound to Hayes Sampson. Tigers will run. Left-handed dribble, Hayes Sampson now behind the back. Gets this one away, and a foul on Loachapoka over there, trying to steal the ball away. Thought they had stolen it cleanly, but a foul going to be called. Looks like they're going to get that on Jasavian Moore. I believe they will. Number 4, Jasavian Moore picking up his first foul. So 23-18, 5:40 left to go. Ja Carr walking this one ahead. Second period of action. Tigers trying to get on the bucket again. Here's a quick pull up at the free throw line by Ja Carr. Hits it. And that'll do for offense. Ja Carr with a quick floater, with a quick jump shot, and it's a three-point game again. The Indians walking this one ahead. Jasavian Moore swings this one over to Sinclair. Now into the corner for Farrow. Farrow, right-handed dribble, working on Hayes Sampson. Backs this one out and threw it in the backcourt. Ja Carr running down there with it. All the way to the bucket, left-handed dribble. No, missed the layup, but got his own rebound. Trying to take it back inside. Ja Carr goes up for it, and a foul. Ja Carr couldn't get the layup to fall. Went on the reverse side of the layup for some reason. Looked like he had an open lane with the right-handed dribble, but decided to go for the reverse layup. Just left it short, but went inside, got his own rebound, faked a shot, went back up, and got to the line anyways. First free throw up and good by the junior point guard. His 4th point of the game, and the Tigers have cut it to 2 again with 5:05 left before halftime. Carter Davis out, Jalen Weekfall into the game as Ja Carr looks to make this one a 1-point game again. Carr holds it, now puts it up and hits the free throw to make it a 1-point game, 23-22. Auburn playing a little bit better defense here in this second quarter. And now going back the other way, looked like Jamari Payne may have run into Caden Brown and gave him a foul, so they'll go back to the Auburn Tigers with 5:02 left before halftime. Boy, a big call there, the second on Payne. Auburn would love to see him get in some foul trouble as he has been a thorn in their side so far. Ja Carr now walking ahead. Tigers can take the lead. Hayes Sampson tries an entry pass to Caden Brown and had it stolen away. And Caden Brown with a silly foul trying to reach back over to Jordan Sinclair, who had stolen away. So Auburn just cannot capitalize on that possession. And the Indians will get it back with 4:51 left to go before halftime. 23-22, Kamani Key back into the game for the Indians. Jamari Payne goes out as Loachapoka will go guard heavy here. Tallest player on the floor now for the Indians, Jordan Sinclair at 6 feet. In there on Jalen Weekfall. Here's a right-handed dribble by Farrow. Gives this one off to Key. Key into the corner for Moore. Now back to Sinclair on the free throw line. Gives it back into the corner for Farrow. Now Farrow takes this one. Tried the floater, no good, but a foul. Looks like they're going to get Jalen Weekfall on that as he may have reached in. Yes, it'll be Jalen Weekfall, so his first of the game as Nicholas Farrow will head to the free throw line. With 4.5 left to go in the second quarter, 23-22, Loachapoka on top of Auburn. Auburn just hadn't been able to capitalize on their offensive game this so far as Nicholas Farrow puts up the first one and gets the roll on it. So Farrow with 4 points so far. And the Indians with a 2-point lead again, looking to make this three is Farrow. Spins it up there, and it's good. Farrow knocks both of them home. A 3-point game yet again, but the Tigers will run. Ja Carr up ahead, right-handed dribble. Kicks it in the corner. Jaden Buckley thought about the three. Now will take the three. Yes, he hit it! Jaden Buckley ties this thing up, and it's 25-25. Loachapoka back with it the other way. This is just Jasavian Moore, left-handed dribble against Ja Carr. Now bounces this one over to Montgomery, right wing. Back over to Moore with 4:09 remaining. Inside to Sinclair, and he traveled. Sinclair walked a little bit too early before he took Jalen Weekfall in the basket, and Auburn will get it back with a chance to take the lead. Hayes Sampson quickly into Ja Carr. Carr wants to clear out, but a double team. Now he beats it with a pass up ahead to Weekfall. Oh, and a nice pass inside to Hayes Sampson, but he couldn't finish the layup. Indians back the other way, and a strip by Jaden Buckley. Buckley takes this one back out. Now goes up for the layup, put up a wild shot, no good. Runs down his own rebound. Into the corner, Buckley. He'll get it out to Carr, and the Tigers will have to reset. 3:45 left now, an entry pass to Caden Brown. Brown working on Montgomery. Went up for the shot, no good. Rebound back to Loachapoka. Moore now with it, left wing. Goes for a quick pass inside to Montgomery. Stripped out of there by Jaden Buckley. So that'll keep it with the Indians with 3:32 left to go. Into the game for Auburn, number 20, Landon Grubbs, and number 22, Adam Gonya. And now a 30-second timeout going to be called by Loachapoka. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get another station identification in here while we've got a moment, and we'll be right back on the other side to give you the final moments of this second quarter. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. 3.5 left to go. Auburn in a dogfight right now with Loachapoka. We talked about it coming into the game. Loachapoka, always a very athletic team, going to give Auburn everything they want and more. And certainly the Indians have done that so far. Again, tied at 25. Loachapoka inbounding this one underneath their own basket. This is Sinclair who holds it up. Now inbounds it to Key with a quick three-pointer. Almost made it. No good. Rebound tapped around, and Landon Grubbs stepped on the inbound line. Boy, it looked like Grubbs and Weakfall went up for it at the same time. Tried to pull it down. Ball got away. Grubbs tried to save it. Looked like he did for a second, but he stepped on the inbound line. Here's a quick inbound pass to Sinclair. Sinclair over to Moore. Moore for three. No good. Rebound back the other way to Auburn. Tigers can once again take the lead. Adam Gonya walking up his first few minutes of the game. Some important minutes for Adam Gonya. Left-handed dribble. Now at the left wing, gives it off to Jaden Buckley at the close to the top of the key. This is still left wing. Right-handed dribble, gets a screen from Jalen Weakfall. Now a crossover dribble looking for some help. Hayes Sampson now with it on the right wing. Fakes a pass, now goes over to Jalen Weakfall, left wing. Now back to Landon Grubbs, top of the key. Gets it over to Hayes Sampson, right wing. Hayes Sampson being harassed, now gives it back to Adam Gonya. Gonya, top of the key, feeds it to Jaden Buckley. Buckley, one dribble, puts up the three. Short. Rebound to Loachapoka underneath, and Montgomery has it. 2:47 left to go, second period. Loachapoka slows it down for a second, but now will run. Moore now with it, top of the key, guarded by Sampson. Gets this one into Montgomery, guarded by Grubbs. Now back out to Moore, guarded by Sampson again. Into the corner, Farrow, wide open three. No good. Rebound, stripped away by Kamani Key for the Indians. Inside is Moore, takes it all the way to the bucket. No good on the layup. Rebound to Auburn. Hayes Sampson controls this one, left-handed dribble. Up ahead to Jaden Buckley. Crossover dribble into the free throw line. Now another crossover. Fighting for the ball and stripped out of there. Jordan Sinclair has it now. With the right hand all the way to the bucket, and good. Jordan Sinclair runs the floor, gets the tough shot to fall over Hayes Sampson, and Loachapoka takes another 2-point lead. 2:03 left in this first half of play. Adam Gonya holding this one for the Tigers. Auburn needs some more offensive game planning here. Adam Gonya on the right wing. Drives it in with the left hand, now feeds Jalen Buckley. Shot fake, now we'll give it back to Hayes Sampson, left wing. Still left wing, Hayes Sampson drives, gives this one to Weakfall. Back out to Gonya. Gonya for three, off the back iron. Rebound to Loachapoka. Montgomery controls now to Farrow. Farrow up the court with 1.5 left to go in the second period. Quick pass over to Montgomery. Takes the step back three on Hayes Sampson. No good. Rebound pulled in. A strong rebound by Jaden Buckley underneath, and Buckley will walk this one ahead. 1:20 remaining in this second quarter. A dogfight between these two teams. Adam Gonya now holds it, top of the key, gets a screen from Grubbs, now takes it back, almost lost it, trying to get it inside to Buckley. Buckley will control, goes up for the 18-foot jump shot, no good. And the rebound to Loachapoka with 1:05. Boy, Auburn having trouble getting it inside right now against this heavy Loachapoka defense. Here is Loachapoka back the other way. Key in the corner for three, no good. Rebound to Jalen Weakfall underneath. Tigers yet again have a chance to tie or take the lead. 47 seconds left to go first half. Auburn needing a little bit of help on offense here. Here's Adam Gonya driving top of the key. Now Jalen Weakfall takes it. Hard dribble all the way down, left-handed. Tries to go up with a fall-away shot. No good. Rebound by Jaden Buckley. Went back up with it. Got the roll! And we're tied again. Well, Buckley thought he was fouled on that one, but he will jog back now and get on defense. Auburn ties this up again. Jaden Buckley, give him already 16 on the night. 16 of the 27 points coming from Buckley for the Tigers. And now Loachapoka will take this clock down for the last shot, it looks like. Jordan Sinclair with 10. Now over 2 more with 9. Over on the right wing. Tried to go for the steal, did Jaden Buckley. Tried to go inside and a walk. They're going to call on Loachapoka. Jasavian Moore tried to take that inside. Couldn't do it. Had Jalen Weekfall wrapped all over him. But they called a travel beforehand. So Auburn will get this possession with 4.1 left on the clock. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Carter Davis into the game will inbound this one. A pass up ahead to Jakar. Jakar gets it in running motion. Feed to Grubb. Grubb with the layup. No good, but a foul underneath. And Grubbs will get to the line with a chance to give the Tigers the halftime lead. Boy, a nicely drawn play that time. Kind of almost like a quarterback hitting a wide receiver in stride. As Jakar, Loachapoka kind of played him like he was going to get a quick inbound pass. But Jakar just kind of started running the length of the floor. Carter Davis played quarterback, hit him in stride. Carr was able to get to the bucket, feed Grubbs. And now Grubbs can give the Tigers the halftime lead. First free throw in the air by Grubbs. Spins around the rim and out. So still a tie ball game here. Grubbs trying to give the Tigers a 1-point halftime lead with 0.4 seconds left. Spins it up. No good off the front iron. Full court shot by Loachapoka will not go. And that is how the first half will come to an end. Well, nothing decided yet. 27-27, a tie.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source of tournament bass fishing. Anglers from across the country. Click on AnglersChannel.com if they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Tied at the half, 27-27. These teams, in what we've said already, is a dogfight of a game. Loachapoka comes in. It's certainly a very athletic team, very long team that has given Auburn trouble inside the paint so far. Auburn's been able to keep up on the offensive end, but only that as they have just matched them in total point scoring. So 27-27, again, your halftime score. Let's go ahead and give you the halftime numbers. Halftime report presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, East Alabama's go-to for orthopedic care. And for the Loachapoka Indians, starting off, Jasavian Moore, the 6'1 guard with 6 points. Jamari Payne, the big physical 6'3 center underneath. He's only a sophomore, folks. 6 points for him. Seemed like a lot more for Payne, but him and Sinclair, who's the next on our list. Sinclair with 10, the senior small forward. Those two guys, Payne and Sinclair, have been very tough to handle down low. 16 points between the two of them. Over half of their points underneath in the paint. Finally, Nicholas Farrow also comes into the game, the junior guard. Didn't start the game, but played a lot of minutes there in the second half. He gets 5. And that'll round out, actually, the scoring for the Indians. Only 4 players scoring for them. But for the Auburn Tigers, on the other hand, only 3 players scoring. Ja Carr with 5 points. Jaden Buckley, let's go ahead. Let's do Brian Kim with 5 points and Jaden Buckley with 17. So it's only 3 players scoring for Auburn. It's only 4 players scoring for Loachapoka. Not a whole lot of different players getting buckets here in this one. So Auburn and Loachapoka certainly been trading blows here so far. We'll see if that changes in the second half of action. Well, we talked about it a little bit. Loachapoka lost to Auburn 62-33 on their home floor the last time these two teams played. Again, Coach Bagwell kind of gave us some insight into the game, said that Loachapoka really kind of let Auburn get away from them late in that game. Said it was a pretty tight game for most of the first half, but Auburn really played a good second half, was able to run away from them. Loachapoka just couldn't really hit a shot. But this Loachapoka team beat Lynette earlier this season 56-51, beating Lynette, of course, always an impressive feat. 3 losses to Smith Station does Loachapoka have this year, but last time out against them, they only lost by 8. So, of course, they've been very good at least staying in the game against these bigger classification teams and certainly giving Auburn all they want and more tonight. Well, of course, last time out they beat Beauregard 53-34. They've also got a win over 5A Tallahassee, who's 7-3 on the year. So a team that can win some big games. Coach Brent continues to preach, saying focus in this game, as Loachapoka is always athletic and they run good stuff on offense. Loachapoka, a fringe playoff team this year for 1A ball. Their biggest win against Autaugaville, who's now 12-2 on the season. That was on November 23rd, a 49-40 win for the Indians, their biggest of the year. This would be their first playoff appearance since 2015-2016, that season. Of course, a big season for the Loachapoka Indians. So, haven't been to the playoffs in a few years, but certainly still a team that gives you all you want and more every time you come out. One of those teams that you really don't like playing very much. A very capable team, has their minds on the upset. Got some students behind us. They have been loud. They've been into the game. The Auburn student section, of course, also, for the most part, got some empty seats in it, but a lot of good students out tonight cheering on their Tigers. For Auburn on the other end, of course, 14-5 on the season. Remember, they beat Opelika last time out. Haven't lost at home all season. That in jeopardy right now with a tie ball game at halftime. Auburn really improved themselves over the Christmas break in the tournament in Georgia. Went out there, didn't give up more than 41 points in a single game. So the coach is very happy with the defensive effort. A region plays coming up quickly. After tonight's game, Auburn going to head to Smith Station on Tuesday and be back home next Friday to play Central. So, folks, we need you out here. We need you loud against Central, these Tigers, as these Tigers get into region play. Auburn still got to go on the road to Dadeville, Hartselle, Central, and Lynette. Got to play better away from their home floor, but also just got to keep the momentum going here. Well, Coach Brandt still thinks this team can compete with the best, but they've got to be more consistent. They're currently leading 7A Area 4 by 2 games over Smiths in the overall record column. And Auburn is a top 10 team in 7A ball according to their overall record. So Auburn certainly one of the teams that can contend for a title. Just, again, got to be more consistent. Well, hoping to get Coach Courtney Pritchett here at some point, maybe in the middle of the third and fourth quarter, maybe during the game we can kind of get him on board and get some answers from him. If not, we will have Coach Brandt or Coach Bagwell after this one for the Auburn Tigers. So we'll go ahead and take 2 minutes, come back, give you the second half of Auburn and Loachapoka. Not Auburn and Opelika played last Tuesday. Auburn and Loachapoka here on the Auburn High School Sports Network. So we'll be right back. We'll take about 2 minutes and come back and get the second half started. This has been the Orthopedic Clinic Halftime Resort on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. About ready to start the second half of play, 8 minutes on the clock. And we are ready to go. Auburn High School out of the break with the ball. Carter Davis inbounding this one to Ja Carr, and he will walk it ahead as the Tigers looking to get some more offensive firepower than they had in that first half. 27-27 tie ball game against the Loachapoka Indians. Here's a play for Jaden Buckley drawn up, not there on the top of the key. Now back out to Carter Davis, who holds it up there, guarded by Jordan Sinclair, and Davis will reset. Now with the crossover dribble, takes this one inside, feeds it back to Jalen Weekfall, to Caden Brown. 18-footer in the air, no good. Rebound fought for Caden. No, that's Carter Davis who has it. Goes back up for two and put it in. Carter Davis gives the Tigers their first lead since the first quarter. 7:22 left to go, third period of action. This is Payne who has it inside for the Indians now. Now feeds a cutting Montgomery who put up the quick two. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. Almost pulled out of there. Now it is by Caden Brown. Brown with a right-handed dribble. Up ahead. Now Carter Davis has it. Now to Ja Carr. Long three ball in the air. Yeah, he got it to go. Ja Carr gives the Tigers a 5-point lead and a timeout by Loachapoka right out of the gate. A 5-0 run, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Auburn Tigers. 30-second timeout. Let's leave it here as we go ahead and give you a couple more numbers from halftime there. Well, of course, 3 players only getting in the scoring column for Auburn in that first half, but now Carter Davis becomes the 4th player for them to score. And on the other end, Loachapoka, of course, also 4 players only scoring in that half. So only 8 players scoring in this game so far. 6:57 left to go, third period of action, 32-27. Certainly been a game of runs. Auburn got out to a quick run or a quick lead early, but Loachapoka fought their way back, were able to take the lead. Took a tie ball game all the way into the halftime period. But now Auburn on top of Loachapoka by 5 as we resume play. Jasavian Moore walks this one ahead on Ja Carr. Now an inbound pass to Jordan Sinclair at the free throw line. Shot fake on Carter Davis. Now back out to Moore for 3 in the corner. No good. Throws me. That was at the top of the key. Rebound fought for. Now Jaden Buckley out of there with it. Buckley gives this one off to Carr in the backcourt, and the Tigers will walk this one up. 6.5 left to go. Third period of action. Quick pass to Carter Davis. Right wing guarded by Sinclair. Left-handed dribble trying to get off of him. Now Ja Carr holds the top of the key, guarded by Montgomery. Between the legs dribble now down the middle of the lane. Pulls up from the elbow. No good, but a foul. Ja Carr went up for 2 from the elbow. Got the call on. Was that Sinclair that got him on the arm there? No, I believe that was good, but Kamani Key they're going to get the foul on. Ja Carr will head to the line to give the Tigers possibly a 6 or 7 point lead here. The junior point guard puts it on the deck once. The first free throw up, rolls it in. 33-27, a 6-point lead now for the Tigers. Give Ja Carr, that is 9 points on the night for number 1, the junior point guard, Ja Carr. Ja Carr spinning this one up to the bucket again. Short, but rebound. Strong rebound by Jaden Buckley. Pulled down. Oh, he couldn't control it, though. Rebound out of bounds off of Jaden Buckley going back to the Indians. Boy, Buckley went up strong, pulled that one down, just couldn't handle it as he may have hit that one off his knee or something coming down. Loachapoka back the other way, 6-point lead for the Tigers. Here's Jordan Sinclair, bounces this one over to Jasavian Moore. Moore with a baseball pass up ahead to Farrow, and now Farrow will back it back out. Now goes inside to Moore and had it stripped by Caden Brown. Now on the pass ahead to Jaden Buckley, had it stolen again. Sinclair now with it to Key on the left wing. No good, rebound by Moore. Moore will back it back out for the Indians. Tried to go inside, ball on the deck. Now into the hands of Payne. Payne tried to go up with it, had it stripped by Weekfall, and that'll go back to the Indians. Boy, Auburn had a couple chances to get out and running on that one. Couldn't control it, though, and Loachapoka will retain possession with 5:55 left to go in the third period of action. Jamari Payne now takes this one in. Bounce pass over to Sinclair. Sinclair jab step. Now tries to go inside. Thrown away by Caden Brown. Caden Brown up ahead to Ja Carr. Ja Carr all the way to the bucket. Right-handed layup. No good. Rebound the other way to Moore. Moore now all the way down the basket. Right-handed dribble. No, but a foul by Caden Brown underneath. And Coach Brandt just not happy about the layup attempt by Ja Carr. Carr looked like he kind of put his arm out way wide and tried to get that one to fall. And Coach Brandt wanted him to go up a little bit stronger with that, talking to him right now. Now barking out some instructions to his post players. 5:38 left to go in this third period of action. 33-27, Auburn on top of Loachapoka. But the first free throw up and good, making it a 5-point game by Jasavian Moore for the Indians. One more with 7 points on the night now as their scoring has been spread around by a few people, but for the most part, only 4 people in the scoring column, only 4 players in the scoring column for the Indians. Second free throw up and good. Savion Moore give him 8 on the night, and a 4-point lead now for Auburn. Jaden Buckley now with it. Gets it up ahead to Carter Davis. Almost had it stripped, didn't. Had it back out to Jaden Buckley, top of the key. Buckley takes this one. Wild shot up and in. Jaden Buckley gets to the bucket and scores. Jaden Buckley with a nice Euro step to the basket. Put up a wild shot that went home, and it's a 6-point lead again for the Auburn Tigers. 5:15 left to go, penultimate period of action. Jamari Payne takes Caden Brown in, can't get the layup to fall. Rebound tapped around into the hands of Jock Carr. Carr on the run on the right-handed dribble. Swings it over to Buckley. Buckley thought about the 3 in the corner. Now trying to look for some real estate. Back to Jock Carr. 3 on the way. Yeah, baby! Jock Carr hits the 3. Give him double-digit points. That's 12 on the night for the junior point guard. And a 9-point lead by the Tigers. They've come out swinging in this second half. 4:45 left, 9-point lead by the Tigers in this third period. Farrow drives in for the Indians, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound run down by Buckley. Baseball pass ahead to Caden Brown, couldn't control. Now back to Carr. Carr, another 3, no good. Rebound tapped into Jalen Weakfall's hands and up and in. And a timeout by Loachapoka, a full timeout. Let's take it with them. 4:28 remaining. It's 40-29. Auburn has opened it up here in the third quarter of action. We'll be right back on the Auburn High School Sports Network after 30 seconds. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Boy, it was tied at halftime, 27-27, but the Tigers with a 13-2 run to open the second half of action. And it's now an 11-point lead. The Auburn Tigers up on Loachapoka right now, 40-29, with 4.5 minutes left to go in this third period. Indians will inbound this one. Savion Moore guarded by Jock Carr up the right side of the floor. Left-handed dribble up ahead to Jamari Payne, and now a stoppage in play. Stoppage in play for something. Some pointing at the Loachapoka bench going on. Maybe a bench warning over there for the Indians. So maybe a bench warning on Loachapoka coach Shane Calhoun. Well, Loachapoka will inbound this one. So Sinclair with it, left-handed dribble now inside to Hurd. Hurd gives it to Payne, now back to Hurd, back to Payne underneath. Payne drives inside, puts up the 2, no good. Rebound by Jalen Weakfall, back the other way. Tigers running, right-handed dribble to Caden Brown, off his foot and out of bounds. Back to Loachapoka. Auburn was running on that one, looked like they had a chance. Widen that lead even more, but Caden Brown just couldn't control it, kicked it out of bounds, and back to the Indians. 4 minutes left to go. Third period of action. Jamari Payne hold this one right wing. Now swings it over to Hurd in the right wing. Hurd drives it inside, went back to Moore. Moore drives, now stops and pops from 12. No good. Rebound by Caden Brown. Auburn looking to run. Oh, they're going to call a travel on Caden Brown. Boy, it looked like Caden Brown maybe just picked up his pivot foot or something like that. Coach Chris Brandt not very happy about that one. D.V. Williams now going to come. Well, he's at least going to sit at the scorer's table. No, that's Griffin McLean who's already checked in. Didn't see him, folks. McLean checking in for Caden Brown. And a quick steal by McLean underneath. We'll give it back to the Tigers. Jock Carr running. Jaden Buckley, left wing, 3 ball, no good. Rebound to Loachapoka. Savion Moore with it now. Right-handed dribble against Carter Davis. Bounce pass inside to Farrow. Farrow all the way to the bucket, went underneath. They're going to get a player control foul, it looks like, underneath on Auburn. Is that going to be, I believe that's going to be on Carter Davis. Carter Davis just kind of giving a hand check up the right sideline. And so they're going to call a hand check foul on Carter Davis. So Loachapoka will keep this one. 3.5 left to go, third period of action. Jordan Sinclair throwing this one in from his own baseline. Quick throw in to Moore. Moore in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound by McLean. Tigers back the other way. This is Ja Carr with it. Behind the back dribble on Farrow. Now left-handed dribble all the way to the free throw line. All the way to the bucket. No good. Blocked out of there by Payne. And a rebound will go out of bounds back to Auburn. Well, Ja Carr had a good lane to the bucket, but Jamari Payne closed that one very quickly, as he's a very large human being and went up there. Here's a quick pass in to Jaden Buckley. No good, but the rebound by D.V. Williams, and Jaden Buckley goes back up and can't get the roll. But Jaden will shoot 2 at the line. Foul going to be called on Jordan Sinclair. Well, some quick action happening there. And inbounds, Jaden Buckley had it, lost it. D.V. Williams stole it back from Loachapoka. And now Jaden Buckley, as he hits the first free throw, going to get 2 of these, going to get 1 more now, as Brian Kim will come back into the game for the Tigers, who have a 12-point lead with 3:08 left to go. He'll give Ja Carr a breather. Jaden Buckley puts up the second free throw and in. 21 on the night for Jaden Buckley. It just keeps getting better for the senior guard. 42-29, Auburn leads this one. Jamari Payne now with it. Almost stolen away by Brian Kim. Moore taking this one down the middle of the lane. Had it blocked by Carter Davis. Rebound pulled down by D.V. Williams, still fighting for it underneath. And a foul going to be called. Foul going to be called. Is that on D.V. Williams? I think they're going to call that on D.V. Williams, who had the ball. Looked like he was trying to rip it away from Sinclair. Maybe they said he threw an elbow or something like that. Again, we have a hard time seeing it over here because we were shielded a little bit from action by some other players. But D.V. Williams called for the foul. Loachapoka now with it. Jasavian Moore holds it on the right wing into the corner for Hurd. Back to Moore on the right wing. Looking for an entry pass. Now goes inside to Sinclair. Stolen away by Brian Kim. Brian Kim still trying to control it. Now gets it out. D.V. Williams with it. Right-handed dribble. Right-handed dribble again by D.V. Williams. Out to Hayes Sampson. Hayes Sampson pulls up from 12. No good. Rebound high in the air. Bakari Daly. Now Griffin McLean throws it back out. Controlled by Moore. Rebound still on the floor. Being pulled in by both teams. And a jump ball. Going to go back to the Loachapoka Indians. But Griffin McLean, D.V. Williams, and it looked like maybe Montavis Montgomery in there fighting for that one. But with 2:22, a jump ball, give it back to the Loachapoka Indians in the third quarter of action. Auburn played some tremendous defense here in the second half so far. Only 2 points allowed for this Indian squad. This is Jasavian Moore now inbounds this one, bounce pass this one in to Jordan Sinclair, who has a nice shot fake, goes up for 2 and hits it. Give him 12 on the night. And Auburn back the other way, up by 11. Bakari Daly now top of the key to Hayes Sampson. Sampson right wing 3. No good off the back iron. Rebound to Loachapoka by Payne. Indians working this one ahead. Jasavian Moore left-handed dribble. Moore gives it to Sinclair. Sinclair pulls up left wing 3. No good. Rebound tipped around. Controlled by D.V. Williams. Tigers with the ball again. Brian Kim walking this one up. 1.5 minutes left to go, third period of action. Kim left-handed dribble, takes this one all the way in, kick out to D.V. Williams. Williams tried to go up with it, had it stripped out of there by Moore. Moore, a nice behind-the-back dribble. Feeds it underneath, tried to hit Montavis Montgomery, but threw it out of bounds. And that'll go back to the Tigers with 1:25 left to go, third period of action. Well, again, Tigers played some very good defense in this third quarter. Only 4 points allowed to Loachapoka. Brian Kim walking this one up, now runs it up, stops and pops from 12 and hits it. Brian Kim with 7 on the night for the junior point guard, and it's a 44-31 lead with about a little over a minute remaining in the third quarter. Boy, Brian Kim providing a great spark off the bench for the Tigers tonight. Entry pass to Payne, now to a cutting Sinclair. Puts the layup up, got it to go, and a foul. Jordan Sinclair with his 14th point of the night. He'll go to the line looking to make it 15. And looking to cut this one to 10 with 57.4 left in the third quarter. As here comes Dash Thomas into the game for Auburn, number 24. Going to check into this one, the sophomore forward. Going to come in and give Bakari Daly a spell. With just a little under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Jordan Sinclair for Loachapoka, 2 dribbles, looks at the bucket, spins it up there and in, swish by the senior small forward. Jordan Sinclair with 15, leading Loachapoka in scoring on the night. And once again, it's a 10-point game. Now some confusion going on the Loachapoka bench. They had a couple too many players out there, but got it in, and now here's a entry pass, almost stolen away, but Dash Thomas got it into D.V. Williams. Now up ahead to Dash Thomas. Thomas right wing dribble, ready to go inside. Oh, he found Griffin McLean, who went up for two and got it to go. Griffin McLean with the bucket, and now looks like maybe a bench warning going to be called on Coach Brandt. Well, not sure what that was about, folks, but with 45 seconds, 46-34, 12-point lead for Auburn. Griffin McLean on the board with his first bucket of the night. Here's a pass out to Farrow. Now back to Hurd in the corner. Hurd drives on Sampson. Takes it all the way with a left hand. Almost got the roll, but couldn't. Rebound to Auburn. Hayes Sampson running left-handed dribble up the left side. Oh, he tripped. And a foul. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Jasavian Moore. It looked like he tripped. But that will stay with Auburn. 26.8 left to go. Foul on Jasavian Moore, his second of the game. And Auburn will throw this in with 26 seconds left to go in this quarter before the quarter before the last quarter. Here's Loachapoka. They get a steal going back the other way. Left-handed dribble now out to Moore for three. No good. Rebound tapped around in the hands of Farrow. 18 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Moore drives it inside, kicks it over to Montgomery for three. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. Saved by Farrow, but out of bounds. Back to the Auburn Tigers. Threw it a little bit too hard out of the reach of Jasavian Moore. Brian Kim trying to run that one down. Didn't need to, and Auburn will get it with 7 seconds left to go in this one. Tigers not going to have to go the length of the floor, about three-quarter length of the floor. Inbound to Brian Kim. Kim runs it ahead with 7. With 5, now works on Farrow. Left-handed dribble all the way inside, lost it out of bounds. No, that'll stay with Auburn. They're going to stay out on Loachapoka with 0.9 seconds left to go. Third quarter, so a catch-and-shoot situation here for the Tigers. Williams gets it in. Kim up with the three-pointer. No good off the front iron. But the Auburn Tigers jump out to a 12-point lead. And something that they can hopefully hang on to here in the fourth quarter of action. We'll be right back to give you the last quarter. Hopefully a good one for the Auburn Tigers.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Tigers get the ball to start the fourth period of action, up 12, trying to put this Loachapoka team away. Well, the Tigers came out strong in that second half of action, were able to get the ball inside a lot, get some good buckets on the floor. A 19-7 third quarter has Auburn ahead by 12 here. Here's a pass inside to Jalen Weekfall, stops and pops from about 14, no good. Rebound back the other way to Loachapoka. Backing it out is Jordan Sinclair, now left-handed dribble on Jaden Buckley. Now tries to take it all the way into the bucket. No good as he goes up for the shot, but they'll get the foul on Caden Brown underneath. Caden's first of the game, 7.5 remaining, 46-34. Loachapoka trying to cut this to 10, with just under 8 to play in this one. Carter Davis, Jalen Weekfall, Jaden Buckley, Caden Brown, and Ja Carr in the game for the Tigers right now. First free throw by Sinclair is up, bounces around and in. Got the roll on it. That cuts the Auburn lead to 11. 46-35, 7.5 left to go in this one. Sinclair, his 16th point of the game. He's been fantastic for the Indians tonight. Second free throw by Sinclair is short, but the rebound to Loachapoka. Given off to Jasavian Moore. Moore guarded by Carr, now goes inside to Payne. Payne shoots the quick 12-footer, no good. Rebound again by Moore. Moore pivoting, looking for an outlet pass. Gets it to Key in the corner for three, who hits it. 8-point lead now cut as Ja Carr takes this the other way, and he threw it out of bounds. Going a little too quickly, thought he had Jaden Buckley in the corner, threw it right there. But Jaden had exited the premises. And now Loachapoka with a chance to cut it to 5 or 6 with 7:14 left to go in this one. Well, Kamani Key with a big first three-point bucket for the Indians there. His first points of the night, but does get on the board in a big way for him. Entry pass into Payne, working on Caden Brown. A nice play drawn up as Moore finds the open lane, gets the cut, and gets to the basket. It's a 6-point lead for the Tigers. Ja Carr working on Moore. Runs it ahead, right-handed dribble, puts up the floater, bounces around and in. Ja Carr gets it to go, and the Tigers answer on the other end. Loachapoka back the other way, 48-40, Tigers leading this one. Entry pass to Payne, top of the key. Payne looking, another cut to the basket by Moore, and Ja Carr can't believe it. 2 more points for Moore on the exact same play. Now Jaden Buckley with it, top of the half court, and he'll get a timeout called. Boy, Buckley looked like he caught it, kind of ran it back into the back court and wanted to call a timeout to set something up. 6.5 left to go, 48-42. Tigers still on top of this one, but Loachapoka has quickly cut a 12-point lead in half to start this fourth quarter. Well, this Loachapoka team certainly not going to go away, have some very quality wins this season. We mentioned them earlier, beating Lynette. Of course, Lynette always impressive. Defeated Tallahassee earlier this season, also defeated Autaugaville, and so this Loachapoka team definitely not a slouch. These Auburn Tigers going to have to fight the rest of the way if they want to pull this one out. 48-42. Well, we're hoping to talk to Coach Courtney Pritchett after the women's game tonight. It looked like we're going to be able to do that, but hopefully we'll have Coach Brandt with some comments on after this men's game. Ja Carr now with it in the backcourt, working on Jasavian Moore. Takes it ahead with a right-handed dribble. Kicks it to Caden Brown. Brown out to weak fall, back to Carr, and the Tigers will reset it up at the top of the key. Tigers going to run a 4-high. Jalen Weakfall now left wing. Carter Davis with it. Gives it off to Jaden Buckley. Right wing, now top of the key. Jaden Buckley gives it back to Ja Carr. Tigers look like they're kind of running some clock here. 6 minutes left to go. Gives it over to Caden Brown at the top of the key. Brown looking, now swings it to Weakfall. Weakfall now the left wing, now gives it to Davis. Davis for 3. Yeah, Carter Davis hits it and does some talking to Jordan Sinclair on the way back. Carter Davis, a big 3-point shot. Only his 6th point of the game. Couldn't come at a better time for the senior. 5:40 left to go, 9-point lead. Payne drives this inside. Kicked out to Montgomery for 3. He hits it, and an answer by Loachapoka on the other end. 51-45 ahead to Jalen Weakfall. Weakfall left-handed dribble, now spins it. Weakfall going all the way in on 4 Loachapoka Indians. Goes up, had it blocked, Payne out of there with it. On the run, Payne the other end, puts up the right-handed dribble. Got a foul called on Carter Davis. He can't believe it. Ball gets stuck in the back, between the rim and the backboard. So a missed shot, but will not be a jump ball as Payne was fouled beforehand. So he'll go to the line. 51-45, 5:15 left to go. Payne with an opportunity to make this a 4-point game. Boy, and Carter Davis can't believe that one. And got to say, I think I agree with him on there. Carter Davis in transition looked like he was kind of backing up as Payne went into him. Not sure what else you want Carter Davis to do there other than put his hands up. First free throw by Payne, rims out off the back rim, no good. 5:15 left to go, 51-45. Tigers on top by 6 points. Trying to put this Loachapoka team away for good, just hadn't been able to do it yet. Second free throw is banked in by Jamari Payne. So 51-46 now. 5-point lead for the Tigers, down from 12. Ja Carr works this one ahead. Between the legs dribble, backs it back up on Farrow. Now top of the key. Gets it over to Carter Davis. Dangerous pass. Back out to Ja Carr. Ja Carr steps inside. 17-footer in the air. No good. Rebound pulled down by Sinclair for the Indians. Loachapoka wants to run. Key the other way. Stops for the right wing. Won't put up the shot. Now goes over to Moore. Moore drives it inside. Puts up the crazy layup. And got the roll. And a foul. Boy, what a big bucket that time for Jasavian Moore. Ball rolled around on the deck. And are we going to get, hang on a minute. Hang on, that is not 2 points for Moore. A charge going to be called. Looked like we changed the call there midway through, and Auburn going to get the ball back. So, Auburn the other way, Ja Carr down the lane. He gets fouled on the up and up. So what we thought was going to be 2 points for Loachapoka could turn out to be 2 for Ja Carr at the other end. 51-46, some displeasure from the Loachapoka sideline. Certainly don't blame him, as not sure what was seen there. Looks like Moore went up, was fouled, and got the roll, but called a charge underneath, maybe ran into somebody underneath there. Not sure what happened there, but Ja Carr on the other end rolling in the free throw and give him 14 on the night. 52-46, Tigers stretching this lead out. 6-point lead now as Carr puts up the second one and gets it to go. Ja Carr with 15 and the Tigers with a 7-point lead. Still time in this one for Loachapoka, certainly. 4.5 left to go in eternity in basketball. Jasavian Moore gives this one off to Payne. Payne now to Sinclair, right wing. Sinclair drives, Euro step all the way to the bucket and a walk. A walk from the right wing, and Loachapoka can't believe it. They want to travel. No, excuse me, they want a foul call on Ja Carr, but a travel first beforehand, and now Carter Davis working to throw this one in. Now with 3 seconds, with 4, gets this one into Ja Carr. Carr on the run, left-handed dribble, stops, pops from 8. No good. Rebound to Loachapoka. Indians back the other way. This is Key. Gives it out to Moore. Moore drives, left-handed. Up with the left hand and good. Jasavian Moore on the bucket for 2 more. And now Jaden Buckley back the other way. Puts up the layup. No good, but a foul. 5-point game now with 4:06 left to go in the fourth period. These teams trading buckets, trading runs on each end as Adam Gonya sits down at the table. He's going to get ready to come in, maybe replacing Ja Carr to give him a little breather. Jaden Buckley with some big free throws here. A 5-point game for the Tigers. First one up, rolls home. Jaden Buckley with 22 on the night. And a 54-48 lead for the Auburn Tigers now. Like we said, Adam Gonya into the game for Ja Carr. Second free throw up and good by Jaden Buckley. 23 on the night for him. 7-point lead again for the Tigers. 55-48. We'll cross 4 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. Here is Loachapoka back the other way. This is Key working on Davis. Now Sinclair right wing. Gets it inside to Payne, guarded by Caden Brown. Into the corner, Farrow for a 3 ball. No good. Rebound to Weak Fall. Tigers will run. Weak Fall right-handed dribble now to Buckley. Buckley steps inside, gives it back to Weak Fall, who puts it in. And it's now a steal at half court. Jaden Buckley with it. Now Caden Brown gobbles it up and up ahead to Jalen Weak Fall, and the Tigers control again. 3.5 left to go, fourth period. Tigers up by 9 with the ball. Jalen Weak Fall left-handed dribble. Out to Adam Gonya, top of the key, and Gonya will calm it down now. Gonya crossover dribble on Farrow. Gives it over to Buckley. Buckley drives, now with it on the right wing. Bounces it back out to Gonya, and a timeout by Chris Brandt. Wants to talk about this one. Certainly think with about 3 minutes left, Auburn going to want to run some clock. Let's go ahead real quick while we have a minute. Let's take 30 seconds, and we'll come back for this exciting finish. Tigers up by 9 on Loachapoka. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Waning moments of this one. 3:12 left to go, final period. Tigers on top of Loachapoka right now, 57-48. They do have the ball coming out of this timeout. Here's the picture. 7 fouls for Loachapoka, 5 for Auburn. So Auburn going to be in the bonus. Only a 1-and-1, though, if they are fouled. Loachapoka still needs a couple fouls from Auburn to put them in a bonus. 3:12 left to go. Take care of the basketball, Auburn. Hayes Sampson looking for an inbound quick pass, and that is stolen away. Jordan Sinclair now with it for Loachapoka. Boy, the Tigers just had to take care of it. Couldn't do it there. And now Loachapoka with an opportunity. Moore drives this one all the way inside. Put up the 2-point shot. They will count the bucket on the continuation. Coach Brandt is livid about that call. Boy, they called a continuation on that one. Looked like Moore was fouled about halfway down the paint, still running. Looked like he took another 1 or 2 steps. But they will call the bucket good. Jasavian Moore with 16 on the night. A 57-50 game. Boy, the Tigers thought they were in real prime position there to really kind of put the nail in the coffin, but Loachapoka not going away easily. No good on the free throw. So a 7-point game still remains a 3-possession game. 2:57 left to go. Ja Carr walking this one ahead. Some nice handles by the junior point guard behind the back. Now right-handed dribble as Auburn will run some clock. Now he'll take it in on the drive. Goes up on Payne and a foul. Boy, Loachapoka fans cannot believe that. Looked like Payne may have been straight up there. Thought Ja Carr did a good job of going into the defender, creating the foul there. But certainly some disagreement going on from behind us. Ja Carr will go to the line for 2, though. First one up and good for the junior point guard. Ja Carr with 19 on the night. 2:48 left to go in this one. Tigers trying to survive against a scrappy Loachapoka team. Second free throw up and good. 20 on the night for Ja Carr, and a 9-point lead for the Tigers. Jordan Sinclair dribbles this one ahead, right-handed dribble. Now between the legs against Carter Davis. 2:38 left to go in this one. Tigers just trying to hang on here. Left-handed dribble, now guarded by Hayes Sampson. Almost lost that out of bounds. Now gets it to Hurd in the corner. And they'll say Hurd stepped out of bounds. Hurd steps out of bounds over on the sideline, and Auburn will get it back with 2.5 left to go. Carter Porter checking into the game now. And Hayes Sampson will retire from this one. Ja Carr gets it in the backcourt, 2.5 left to go. 59-50, Tigers leading this one. Walks it ahead past half court. And now the Tigers will run a little clock here. Caden Brown now with the top of the key. Looking for some help. Now gets it over to Carter Davis. Davis on the left wing holds it over his head. Now right-handed dribble gets it over to Porter. Porter bounce pass inside to Caden Brown. Back to Porter, almost lost it. Now back out to Jaden Buckley in the corner. And Buckley will dribble it out smartly, and he'll reset. Tigers just need to run some clock here. Jaden Buckley dribbles it right side. Now gives it to Ja Carr, left-handed dribble. Ja Carr trying to work it inside. Tigers set up in that Vanderbilt offense to run some clock here. 1:51 left to go in this one. Chris Brandt wanting to run some clock. Carr takes this one in. Back out to Jaden Buckley on the right wing. Guarded by Sinclair. Now right-handed dribble by Jaden Buckley underneath. Buckley trying to drive all the way to the back. It threw it underneath. Caden Brown now with it. Gives it to Carter Porter. Carter Porter back out to Davis on the left hand. And now back out to Ja Carr, top of the key. Top of the key now Carter Porter with it, left wing. Carter Porter now with a right-handed dribble. Shane Colquhoun for the Indians yelling for his team to start fouling, and they do. Jaden Buckley with that one, and a foul going to be called. Is that going to be on Jordan Sinclair? Yes, it will be. So a foul for Sinclair. Jaden Buckley to the line. Going to be a 1-and-1 for the Tigers, and a very nice possession that time. Tigers run about a minute off the clock there. Certainly you'll get some who disagree with the rule, but as it stands right now, a running clock and no shot clock in high school basketball. So you can run off some time if you're in a big lead like this. First free throw up and good by Jaden Buckley. A 10-point lead for the Tigers now. So we give Jaden Buckley 20 on the night. 2 players in the 20-point range for Auburn tonight. Buckley puts in the second free throw, his 21st of the night, and it's an 11-point lead for the Tigers. Auburn looking like they're going to get out of here alive with an 11-point lead and just under a minute and a half remaining. But still got to play defense here. Jordan Sinclair now with it for the Indians, walking this one past half court. Working on Jaden Buckley. Gets this one inside to Payne. Payne, handoff to Moore, going to the bucket. Runs over Carter Davis, no call. Rebound fought for. Payne gets it back, puts it in. 2 more for Jamari Payne. Tigers get this one in. Ja Carr works it ahead, and a quick foul on Jasavian Moore. Oh, and Shea Colquhoun does not like that very much. Looked like he wanted to steal. But 1:04 left to go. Tigers trying to ice this one away. At the free throw line is where they're going to make their money. And if there are 2 guys you want at the line, it's Ja Carr and Jaden Buckley. And Carr, the one who will show up this time, and he puts the first one home. 23 on the night for Ja Carr. 62-52, a minute left to go. Tigers trying to hang on against this really long, really athletic Loachapoka team would be a good win. And the second free throw up and good. 24 on the night for Ja Carr. Indians back the other way, quickly into Payne. Payne takes this one hard inside. No, but the rebound, put it back in. and a 9-point lead now is cut down to Auburn. 63-54, Auburn on top of Loachapoka. 53.1 seconds left to go. A full timeout going to be called. Let's take 30 of it off your hands and be right back after this break. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Back inside Auburn High School Gymnasium. Tigers on top of Loachapoka 63-54. Carter Davis inbounding this one with 50 seconds left. Gets it into Jaden Buckley. Buckley up ahead to Ja Carr, right-handed dribble. Carr working this one ahead now. A quick pass inside to Porter. Goes up for two. Had it stripped away. No good. Rebound underneath the Loachapoka. No! Porter stripped it away. Back to Dash Thomas. Thomas looking for an outlet pass. And dripped away underneath. No, a jump ball going to be called. Sorry for the delay there, folks. Had to look between some traffic there, but with 36 seconds, Tigers are going to get this one back on the jump ball call. Oh, what a nice play by Carter Porter, stripping that back out, getting the steal, and Auburn will retain it. 30 seconds left. Jaden Buckley holds it on his hip. Loachapoka not looking like they're going to contend with a foul here. And the Tigers looking like they're going to get out of this one alive. A 15-5 they will improve to on the year. With 20 seconds left now, Jaden Buckley on the left wing, now at the top of the key. Throws it over to Carter Davis, right wing. Dribbles it back out top of the key. Carter Porter now with it. Left wing crossover dribble inside to Dash Thomas. Thomas takes it baseline. Reverse layup, no. Oh, Jaden Buckley! Jaden Buckley with the exclamation mark right as time ends. Jaden Buckley with the tap in. Excuse me, not the tap in, the jam in. Holy cow. Jaden Buckley lights this place up one more time before the game ends. 65-54. Tigers a winner. A big win over a very good Loachapoka team. And the Tigers.
AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource. AnglersChannel.com is an ever-growing, consistent, and reliable source for tournament bass fishermen. Anglers from across the country click on AnglersChannel.com when they need to know about tournaments. Now's your chance to present your products and services and join our family of partners. AnglersChannel.com, your #1 tournament bass fishing resource.
Yeah.